Summer Game Fest is officially 1 week from kicking off. Even though the PlayStation Showcase was on the website and Geoff Keighley says it was sort of starting Summer Game Fest, the actual official opening night live kickoff is 1 week from the day that I did this show. June 8th is when everything kicks off, and many people are making predictions. Rumors are swirling about what will be shown, and it's understandable. There is a monster list of companies that will be involved, and probably a very great lineup of announcements and game trailers, gameplay reveals, and more. The million-dollar question is, will Xbox and PlayStation be at the opening event? They're listed on the Summer Game Fest image, but there was an Xbox showcase that we know about. We also know about the Starfield Direct, and then the PlayStation Showcase already happened. Some people think that PlayStation will be quiet, they're done, they're not going to say anything more, and that Xbox will save everything for their showcase. Well, I'm going to walk through all of my predictions about some of the heavy hitters that will be there. I will also give you my predictions about what I think Xbox and PlayStation will do. I put all the good information right here at the beginning of the video. That way you don't have to go looking for it. It's a longer video because it's a live stream. If you like this kind of content, hit subscribe and the bell button so you don't miss my shows. As we wait for Summer Game Fest opening night with Geoff Keighley, many are speculating about what will be there. Will Xbox and PlayStation try to have a face-off with each announcement or some announcements? Will they show anything or nothing? What about everybody else that will be there? With a total of 43 partners listed on an image that Geoff Keighley tweeted out and put on their official website, I wanted to zero in on the biggest companies and potentially some of the biggest announcements. I have 13 predictions, guesses, or speculations about what we might see. And yes, I have guesses also for Xbox and PlayStation. I'm also going to be shooting some things down that we're seeing about Xbox and PlayStation. There are some things that I just don't think will be there. But first, I want to look at the list of heavy hitters. Then we'll look at Xbox. And then lastly, we'll talk about PlayStation. Obviously, I'm interested in what you think. Let me know what your guesses are. Keep in mind, this is primarily meant for fun. Looking at updates, rumors, tweets, any articles just to get an idea of what might be there. And I'll do the same thing for the Xbox showcase leading up to it, because, you know, they could do something completely different. I don't think they're going to show that much at Summer Game Fest opening night. They're going to want to save things for their own event. And this is primarily, again, meant for fun. If I don't get any of these right, if I'm right on everything, it's just exciting either way, I think, to look at what is out in front of us. I anticipate Summer Game Fest opening night to be one of the biggest we have seen, probably the biggest in the history of the event since Keighley started doing it. He is now the central gaming event of the summer. It's clear he is pulling in big names and big companies. E3 is dead. Long live Geoff Keighley. So up first, the heavy hitters. I was going to do this in alphabetical order, but my dry erase board got kind of crazy and it turned into a random smattering. This list of involved partners with 43 total companies was just too many to go through, so the top 13 that I think were worthy of note, just pulling out names that I thought, you know what, I think I know what they're going to show. So first up, in no particular order, Warner Brothers. I do not see Kill the Justice League making an appearance, primarily because they just announced the delay of the game. It will be delayed until February of 2024, and they did that in April. That's basically 2 months before the Summer Game Fest event. Most likely, the appearance from Warner Brothers will be Quidditch Champions, the standalone Quidditch game they've done some playtesting of, and that is something that surprised everybody. A completely separate team built that game. Many just assumed, I'm one of those people, that Quidditch was going to be added to Hogwarts Legacy at a later date. Hogwarts Legacy DLC is potentially coming, but the devs made it sound like we wouldn't hear anything until after the release of Hogwarts on the Switch, and that got pushed out of July all the way to November. So with that being pushed back, I don't know if they're going to want to draw attention to Hogwarts Legacy, given that many people might be looking at that with a bit of a raised eyebrow. It did very well on the old gen console, something I didn't anticipate. I thought it was going to struggle, so seemingly they're doing a good job with optimization, but the Switch is significantly weaker than both of those systems. Next up, we have Square Enix. A lot of speculation around when Final Fantasy VII will show up. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Many people thinking, oh, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will be there. Square Enix is going to be there, so they're going to show it. I saw a pretty good theory that they're going to wait until after the Final Fantasy 16 release to start marketing Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, given that the June area is the launch date for big titles like Diablo, but also that's when Final Fantasy 16 is launching. So I could see just another showing for Final Fantasy 16, right? Just maybe show the trailer again, maybe show gameplay again, and then reiterate that release date, right? Now, Foam Stars is another potential. I have doubts anything from the PlayStation Showcase will be there, except for Final Fantasy 16, just because they're going to want to really push that quick release date turnaround. Next up, Sega will be there, and after the success of Sonic Frontiers, I could see them announcing something pertaining to Sonic. According to thegamer.com, Sonic Frontiers has a major DLC planned for this year that adds new story content and makes Amy, Tails, and Knuckles playable. So I would imagine they're going to be there to show that off. Sonic Frontiers exceeded a lot of expectations, mine included. I didn't think it was going to do that well. It scored well with reviews. It did well commercially. So if Sega's there, I could see this Sonic Frontiers DLC being the focus. Speaking of focus, next up we have Focus Entertainment. And if you haven't seen it, the latest Space Marine 2 gameplay looks incredible. Now, I have my own worries that this is fully rendered, not really, I don't think it's raw gameplay. I don't know. It just has that feel of fully rendered footage, not what it's going to actually look and run like when we finally get our hands on it. I'm a little skittish of these games that are looking like this more and more. It's tough to know what exactly we are looking at, right? But I do think if Focus Entertainment is there, I think that's going to be the focus, is Space Marine 2, right? This is a pretty big title. I think it looks incredible. I hope they can nail it. I don't want to knock it down. Now, next up is Netflix. Yes, Netflix will be there. Now, hang on a minute. Don't leave. Don't thumbs down. I think we should be careful not to sleep on Netflix and whatever they're doing, okay? They are stacking up talent right now. They just announced Ralph Grassetti, I hope I'm saying that correctly, Ralph Grassetti, who recently left PlayStation in Santa Monica as art director on the God of War franchise. So, God of War franchise art director is now at Netflix. Joseph Staten is there. This is the man himself that, came from Halo, then to Destiny, then back to Halo. And I don't hold him responsible for Halo Infinite. He got pulled in to try to save that project. He got it out the door, and I think that's pretty admirable, given how bad the project was. Jerry Edsall is also there. Previously worked on Gears 4, Gears 5, Warhammer Space Marine. They will be working with Chaco Sonny, who left Overwatch for Netflix and is the head of the game studio for Netflix. So they've got big talent from the gaming world, right? You might not recognize these names, but the projects they're coming from are pretty significant. Netflix seems to be spending big money for a big project. Next up, we have Bandai Namco. This could be a toss-up, if I'm honest, okay? Armored Core 6 is just around the corner, August 25th, 2023 release date. So August 25th is right around the corner, okay? A couple of months from this event. I could see that being the focus. Like, just show up, just talk Armored Core. That's all you need to focus on. There's also the Elden Ring DLC that we've been kind of waiting for more information on. According to rumors, that DLC is really heating up. Apparently, it was going to be 2 different DLCs, and they've been combined into one. Elden Ring made a debut during Summer Game Fest previously, so we know they like the event. But they may want to hold off. Let Armored Core 6 get out, let it do its thing, and then start marketing your long-awaited DLC. Generally, it's a good marketing rule of thumb to not step on your own product's launch toes. Like, if you know Armored Core's coming in August, you don't want to detract from that. You don't want to pull away from that and start talking about Elden Ring, because Elden Ring is kind of a big deal, okay? Game of the year, massively successful, the most successful From Software game to date, I believe. So I don't see that being their choice to bring both. I think it's going to be Armored Core 6. Then Ubisoft. Now, Ubisoft could purely be listed because of Ubi Forward. We don't know if Microsoft's going to handle things in a similar way. I'll get to my predictions about Xbox in a moment, but Ubi Forward's happening. It's happening the Monday after the Xbox showcase and the Starfield Direct. So that's on June the 11th. That's a Sunday. And then the 12th, the Monday after, we have UB Forward. So that could be why they're listed as a partner. But it wouldn't surprise me if Ubisoft was a part of opening night, okay? I could see them having Avatar Frontiers of Pandora with 2 showings. It's big property, it's big name, they're going to want to push it. So it could be there for opening night, and maybe even say, hey, tune in to UB Forward to see more. I could see them doing that, kind of leveraging there's this really large audience for Keighley's kickoff event, and say, here's a glimpse at, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Tune in to UB Forward on June 12th for more gameplay or more info, or to see more, right? I don't think more info is as exciting as, like, we want to see more. I'm very interested in that game. I really am surprised the action-adventure game and the art style, it's not third person, it's first person. I'm not sure how that's going to translate, but I'm willing to try it out because it does look very strong graphically. There is also the open world Star Wars game that apparently is coming sooner than expected, so maybe it makes an appearance. That could also, be at UB Forward as well. According to rumors, it's coming sooner. And then AC Mirage, Assassin's Creed Mirage. I mean, typically you can throw Assassin's Creed into virtually every showcase. I don't think anybody's like, oh, we've already seen this. The people that saw it, during the PlayStation showcase, I wouldn't be surprised if they just maybe run the same trailer during this event. Sometimes that's just good padding, right? They pay for the placement of the trailer and they don't really say anything. That just helps fund the event for Keighley. So we could see some of that. Just the Final Fantasy 16 trailer from Square Enix, or AC Mirage's trailer, they'll just pay for that spot just so it's more top-of-mind marketing, and then that's good money for Keighley. Then we do have to consider Activision. Activision will be there. I would expect this to be the premium Call of Duty for 2023. That's going to make an appearance. Maybe they promote an event like they did last year with Modern Warfare 2. It was a pretty big event. With Diablo 4's launch out of the way, I don't anticipate Activision doing anything with that. Activision Blizzard, it might not be Activision Blizzard. It might just be sort of Activision proper, which they would want to probably draw more attention, I would think, to Call of Duty. They said internally they weren't going to be doing an annual Call of Duty anymore, and now we're seeing that that's not true. So I would imagine that's going to be the next big focus from Activision. This would be a great event to kick that off. We're halfway through the year, so why not start marketing it now? Now, Amazon Games will be there. And the speculation is that this will be the New World expansion trailer, that it will be at this event. We got that from friend of the show, Ginger Prime. He has a lot of contact with the guys that work on New World, and he had some good... We were doing that when we covered the Lord of the Rings MMO. Now, I don't think we're going to get anything about the Lord of the Rings MMO. It's too early. They're going to want, I think, to continue to drive people to New World, because I think they're going to use New World as sort of this testing ground. They already probably are using as a testing ground for the Lord of the Rings MMO. CD Projekt Red will be there. They have formally announced their involvement. I'm a little confused. I'm not quite sure what this phrase means, but they tweeted and said that they will present at Summer Game Fest Play Days. I don't know what that means. I went to the Summer Game Fest website. I checked all the scheduled events. There's nothing called that. So I don't know if what they're talking about is maybe there's physical space, play days being like, are there days where people can just come and play games? I'm not sure. If you have information on that, let me know. I checked every schedule that I could, and many people, the articles writing about this, they're assuming that CD Projekt Red will be part of the June 8th kickoff event with Geoff Keighley. But that's not exactly what their tweet said. But we do know, at some level, CD Projekt Red will be there promoting Phantom Liberty. The Phantom Liberty DLC for Cyberpunk's getting a pretty good push. I don't know if we'll see anything about The Witcher. Again, I generally think with marketing, what you want to do is focus on the next big thing before talking about anything else. You don't want to necessarily cannibalize your Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty marketing. You don't want to step on that with The Witcher. The Witcher is probably more well-known at this point from, you combine it with the TV show and the long-standing franchise. That's a lot of, publicity and a lot of press and a lot of top of mind of like, oh, everybody knows The Witcher. And then it might kind of scoot Cyberpunk off the stage mentally for people. So EA will be involved. I think it could be one of their many Star Wars games. I don't really have a prediction for EA other than that they've got a couple of Star Wars games in the fire, so maybe we finally see something, maybe just a basic announcement trailer. And Digital Extremes will be there. If you're unfamiliar with Digital Extremes, they're the makers of Warframe. I'm excited that they're there. I actually hope we get Soulframe gameplay and maybe a release date. We've not heard anything about that game in about 1 year. It's been almost 1 year to the exact date. I believe we heard about that in July of 2022 was the first time it kind of showed up, and we sort of broke down the trailer. And I would love to see more of that game. I think those guys make great stuff. I've never been a fan of Warframe, but they have treated their property and their community rather well from everything that I've seen. So would love to see their take on a more Souls-style game. The combat looked very, very cool. So I anticipate Soulframe being what they're there to talk about. Somebody might leave a comment and say, oh, no, Warframe's got this thing or that thing planned. I'm not tuned into Warframe. I couldn't find anything. I probably should have checked their Twitter. I just did a quick Google search. I think it's time for Soulframe to take the stage. Now, Gearbox will be involved in some way. I don't know what the status of the Borderlands movie is. Maybe they're there to talk about that. I think the most obvious guess is Homeworld 3. It got delayed to February of 2024. This would be a great time to show it and announce it, right? First quarter of next year, this is a great time to showcase, to show, content, to show gameplay, and to show a release date. Now, I would love to see more Tiny Tina Borderlands, since I actually think her game was better than Borderlands 3, but we're going to have to wait and see what their plans are for the Borderlands franchise. It's their bread and butter, but Randy Pitchford's made it very clear over the years they don't want to be known as the Borderlands developer, and I think that's made them waste a ton of time on stuff that doesn't matter, like Battleborn. And I think that really hurt Borderlands 3. However, I think Tiny Tina kind of put things back on the radar, and if you can include Ashley Birch in the marketing, everybody loves her. She's super great. She's super charming. She's the voice of Aloy, and Horizon's continuing to grow in popularity, so you could really leverage her in the marketing, and Tiny Tina is just such a lovable character. I think they'd be in their right mind to keep doing things with that property. So, that's all of the heavy hitters, okay? 13 pretty big companies out of 43. Keep in mind, there's 43 partners listed. That's 13. I'm going to give you 2 more that are involved. Xbox and PlayStation. Just some small companies, right, that are going to show up and maybe show an indie title or two. Well, maybe PlayStation will after their showcase. Anyways, let's start with Xbox, because I believe they're in the more unique position. They could reveal, they could tease, they could announce, and they could also say, hey, see more at our showcase. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to ignore the kickoff event, or they're going to leverage the kickoff event to talk about, Starfield Direct or the Xbox Showcase, okay? I asked people on Twitter, what do you think Xbox is going to do? The most consistent answer that I saw was Forza Motorsport. I actually think this is a solid answer, okay? Xbox may want to avoid spending too much time on Forza at their own showcase because it's already supposed to be out. It was supposed to release in the first half of this year, according to last year's showcase. So unless they can show this at their own showcase and do like, hey, you can play it right now, or you can play it next week, right? And somehow it squeaks into the first half. I don't think that's happening. According to the developers, it's basically second half of the year. I think that's all but been confirmed with speculations around maybe November. That's obviously not anything hard or rigid, but it doesn't sound like Forza's landing first half, not even as a surprise. It sounds like it's going to land second half. So I'm curious about Xbox's strategy with this. There's a lot of broken promises from last year's showcase. There is a lot of games that didn't make it, and they may want to say, listen, you got to sit this year out. You're going to be a damper on the showcase. Like, I don't think you're going to see Ark 2 at the event. At least I wouldn't put it in the event if I was in charge, because you're just going to remind people, oh, Ark 2 is supposed to be out first half of 2023, and it's been delayed to 2024. So I do think the more titles that didn't make the cut, they didn't get out on time, they might be spaced out in other events. I think that's less damage to Xbox and the Xbox Showcase. Like Forza Motorsport showing up during like opening night live with Geoff Keighley with a hard release date, that could work. You kind of shield the showcase from like, this is supposed to be out already. You have a broader audience tuning into Geoff Keighley's event. They might be less tuned into what's going on with Xbox and what's going on with Forza Motorsport. So it's just a more probably forgiving audience. Like the people that tune in to the Xbox Showcase, a good portion of that audience audience is going to know, hey, that game was supposed to be out already. Why are you showing that to me? My producer thinks that Forza Motorsport is going to be a huge focus of the Xbox showcase. You talk about insult to injury. I don't think they should eat up any time during this year's showcase to talk about a game that's already supposed to be out. Now, before I give you my guess about what I think Xbox is going to show, okay, I'm going to give you my guess. But before I get there, I got to shoot down two things that I'm seeing. Okay, first, Starfield. I could see maybe a teaser, maybe, that points to the Starfield Direct. They may want to have, hey, it's a really big audience watching Geoff Keighley. It's a great time to tell everybody about the Starfield Direct. That's about all I could see them doing. That kind of feels like a wasted opportunity unless it's very brief. You've got a 30-minute dedicated showcase for Starfield. Let it do its job. Opening night's a good time for, hey, here's this game, here's a release date. I think that's a better, more punchy delivery. That's turning a bad situation into the appearance of strength if you do it with something like Forza Motorsport. It's not a great situation that it didn't make it first half, but you can look pretty impressive to the broader audience if you're like, hey, this game's right around the corner, and people might say, wow, Xbox has got a great game, and man, that release date's really, really soon. Unless they watch the Xbox Direct, Forza Motorsport's been sort of out of the spotlight for a while, and with good reason. They didn't make their release date. Now, Starfield, I think, would just feel like more of a commercial for the Direct rather than a commercial for the game itself. They could have a trailer purely intended for events like this. Again, if you think about what I said with Final Fantasy 16 or even Foam Stars, you could see Microsoft saying, look, let's just use that trailer. We'll pay Keighley for the spot. That's great marketing, money for Keighley's event. And then Microsoft just gets to basically run an ad that shows Starfield, and then it ends and says, tune into the Starfield Direct on June 11th. Outside of that, I don't see Starfield having a substantive appearance at the opening night. I think you're going to have to wait for that for the Starfield Direct. The other guess that I'm seeing is Fable. It's clear, I think, and many people think, that Xbox is going to show Fable at their own showcase. If you missed it, they sent out this tweet of like a trail of glitter leading to the showcase. That's a huge, huge hint that Fable will be there, because in the game they use glitter like glitter paths to lead you to where you're going. And so much so that like Jeff Grubb was basically saying, hey, don't tease us. He put a tweet with like a guy about to step on a rake. And everybody thought Jeff Grubb said it wasn't going to be there. And he's like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying don't tease us. And he deleted the tweet. So even Grubb doesn't know if it's going to be there. He's basically saying, hey, don't tease us. If it's going to be there, it better be there. For that reason, I can't see Fable being at the opening night of Summer Game Fest. Again, unless you just tease us with a commercial and you say like, hey, see more at the Xbox Game Showcase, I don't see them doing anything other than that. Again, that feels more like a commercial rather than showing off the game. And that's fine. There's going to be plenty of commercials and ads during the showcase, mostly in the form of, gameplay, or I'm sorry, game trailers, like game, advertisements, things like that. Let Fable and let Starfield have their moment during Xbox's time. Use opening night to drop a surprise or something a little less Xbox main stage, right? That's where my guess comes in, okay? This isn't Xbox main stage, but I think this could be a great announcement. The Gears of War collection. Now, just a quick history lesson on this. PureXbox.com said this rumor was courtesy of journalist Special Nick Baker over at Xbox Era, who believed the collection would be arriving in 2022. A lot of things were supposed to arrive in 2022, and they got pushed to this year. And Nick is very confident that the project is happening. More from PureXbox.com. Quote, I got in trouble for mentioning the Gears collection because it was so early. That's why when the rumor mill first happened, I was only supposed to say another Xbox franchise is going to get the Master Chief Collection style treatment. But yes, I'm not backing down. It's still happening. And this is where I'm going to raise my prediction from just that, like, oh, they're going to announce the Gears collection. I could see them shadow dropping the Gears of War collection. If they were targeting a 2022 release, look at what Xbox did in that year. They pushed a lot to 2023. I think they knew 2022 was a wash, and they were really hoping to beef up 2022, get momentum, and then start delivering games every quarter like Phil Spencer wants to. He says, we're finally in a position where we can do that in that interview that they did. This is the perfect game, I think, to announce and shadow drop not at your own event. It's not something new, but it still would be big and celebrated. It would be a show of power. Now, Nick had more to say about the collection. Quote, I'm currently not allowed to give more detail than it's happening at the moment. But even as someone who isn't a big Gears fan anymore, what this is should really be awesome. Add even better adjectives for Gears fans. So it's like, hey, as a non-Gears fan, he's excited, okay? This reinforces my belief that an audience at an event like this that's more broad, this is a great time to drop that. Either way, I have a feeling the Gears collection will be in this coming weeks of announcements. It might just be at the Xbox Showcase. And I also think it's a perfect shadow drop. Like, just boom, drop it. It's not a game that you need to market. You don't need to have all these trailers for it. It's just a collection. You don't want to do a shadow drop of a big marquee game like Starfield, but I could certainly see them doing that with a collection. Obviously, Xbox could do more than one game or more than one reveal during the opening night. They could even have smaller games at some of the smaller events. But this is my prediction for Xbox opening night. Next up, PlayStation. Oh, PlayStation. You disappointed your most ravenous fans, and you made Xbox fans smile for the first time in 26 months. And now, PlayStation fans are scrambling to cobble together clues and hints, and there's a potential second showcase. Listen, I could be compelled to believe there is another event coming later this year. I don't think we should be clutching to that in desperation. If it happens, it happens. I could be convinced that they did hold back and save something for either Summer Game Fest or another showcase. I actually do think they saved announcements to be included in Summer Game Fest. A lot of people who are like, oh no, Sony's done, they're not going to say anything. You don't sound confident, you sound a little scared, like maybe they did save some big guns, maybe they did save some announcements. I don't think it makes marketing sense to do a showcase like they did, and then just to go quiet for 2 weeks and let everybody else talk. Now, if they do that, I will be shocked. I think that'll be a bigger L than the showcase itself, okay? I actually think the showcase makes sense in a broader global sense of marketing. It doesn't make sense to us who are tuned into everything that they do, but in the broader sense of their market, both in the Asian market as well as the West, I think it made good sense to just claim up a bunch of third party. Now, we can have disagreements about the focus on live service, but I do think they held some things back. I also think some of the things they held back specifically for Summer Game Fest. According to those in the know, they saw more. There was announcements, there were things that were supposed to be a part of the showcase that got pulled. One such announcement was Ratchet and Clank on PC. Now, I didn't think there was going to be any PC port presence at the PlayStation Showcase. Some of that is because I don't think PC ports make for good showcase announcements. Like, I don't think they're that exciting to your PlayStation fan base. So, like, why do we care about this? We have a PlayStation. Like, who cares that that's coming to PC? And then, PC ports, I think, are better served at an event like Game Fest. So, I don't know why PlayStation continues to handle their marketing of PC ports in a rather odd way. Like, why wouldn't you let Geoff Keighley announce this? I think that would have been bigger and better than it just suddenly showing up on Steam and you publish a blog post. I thought that was kind of strange, but I want to shoot down a couple of things, or give a couple of things maybes before I give my prediction. First, anything PSVR 2 will likely not be a part of opening night. They showed 6 games during their showcase. That's plenty, okay? They're obviously gearing up for their retail presence. The thing is supposed to finally be available not just on PlayStation Store. So maybe a small announcement about that, about the PSVR 2 heading to retailers. I could see a commercial for the PSVR 2 being available in certain retailers, maybe a little montage trailer. I don't think they're going to be at the showcase, but there could just be like a commercial or a trailer. Again, paying for those marketing spaces is a smart idea. Keighley needs the money, and it's a great way to keep yourself on top of everybody's mind. Second, Silent Hill 2. I'll give this a maybe. It debuted during Gamescom, so it could be a good fit for an event like this. Again, a more broad audience. Everybody loves, Silent Hill. So Silent Hill 2, again, could be a good, strong showing. Third, the surprise exclusive that the Snitch and Tom Henderson says is basically already ready. They said there are games that are basically ready to go, and the Snitch said that and said one such game is a PC port coming in July. That turned out to be Ratchet and Clank. So the Snitch is still getting, good info, and even Tom Henderson said, I've seen trailers. There are games that are basically ready to go. I'm not sure what's going on. Well, they might have been holding off for Summer Game Fest. Again, I'm going to give the surprise exclusive a maybe. I don't necessarily know. If they've got this solid first-party exclusive and it's close to being ready, I could see them wanting to save that for their own event. Like, if there is, in fact, another event later this year, I think they would want to save that. I don't think they'd necessarily want to hand that to Geoff Keighley. Some of the reason I'm not convinced they would do any of the things I just walked through is because there's an obvious answer as to what will be there from PlayStation. Death Stranding 2. Kojima loves Geoff. They're good friends, and typically, Kojima has a presence at the Geoff Keighley events. So, Kojima and Elle Fanning have been doing interviews. Kojima's been tweeting about the game a lot, so I think they were clearly gearing up for marketing, and this event is likely the destination for that. I will also give Stellar Blade an honorable mention and a maybe. Given the art style, it would have been a great showcase for PlayStation's global audience, for their Asian audience, during their own showcase, but it's a sore subject because Sony took over the publishing, they changed the name, and now it's an exclusive, and Xbox fans get really angry every time, you want to bring up Xbox taking games from PlayStation, they bring up Stellar Blade, because there's one trailer somewhere with a former name, and it had all platforms listed below. Yeah, you were really looking forward to that game off of the name alone, I'm sure. So it might be a better fit for a non-Sony event. There's also a lingering chance that they just drop the Final Fantasy 16 demo. We're seeing whispers of it in the store. Apparently, the Final Fantasy 16 demo is right around the corner. Yoshi P said it would arrive late May, early June. So I think he knew these events would be going on, and they'd be pushing out the demo in that time frame. So that's it. That's my long list of predictions about the Summer Game Fest opening night. I'm going to do another one of these specifically for the Xbox showcase, maybe even one about the Starfield Direct before it happens, like what I'm looking for, what I'm hoping to see. We plan to co-stream all of these events on Reforge Gaming, so if you're watching this as a past broadcast on Reforge Gaming, hit subscribe. If you're watching this as a separate monologue upload on Reforge Rundown, head over to Reforge Gaming if you want to watch those live co-streams. Let me know your own predictions, and I hope to see you during these events. So let me give you my thoughts and my conclusions. This event is becoming the central event of the year, and I think that the as far as gaming goes, and as far as what Geoff Keighley has pulled off, it's pretty impressive if you consider it. So the first thing I want to say is it's never been more clear that Geoff Keighley is taking over the summer and the winter with big gaming events. This year's lineup of partners looks even more massive than last year. If anybody had any doubts about E3 being knocked off the stage, this year cements that reality. E3 attempted to come back and obviously couldn't get enough involvement or support. As I said, E3 is dead. Long live Geoff Keighley. Number 2, the potential face-off between Xbox and PlayStation is certainly not over. I continue to think that PlayStation crafted a showcase for John Q. Public by snagging a lot of third-party multi-plat games. It makes it seem like PlayStation just has an armada of games coming. To those of us that are really tuned in to the difference of first-party and third-party, it was incredibly disappointing, but I think PlayStation played their global marketing cards rather smartly, and that sets up Xbox to take advantage of the situation. They could drive home exclusives, first-party, Game Pass. Those are all really, really big points that Microsoft can drive home. It'll be interesting to see what they both decide to bring to the table in these events throughout the week, because they're sort of potentially sharing a stage at Summer Game Fest, and they haven't done that in many years. Even more interesting to see how Xbox delivers in their own marquee event. Microsoft stands to both promote their games, but also promote their showcase. So here's my conclusion. This is always the best time of the year as a gamer. It's like Christmas of game announcements and game trailers, and I certainly think gamers are guilty of overhyping and getting too excited, so I want to be cautious against that. But this feels like the first summer that is beyond the reach of that cursed shadow from 2020 and 2021. Let's just hope that this leads to greener pastures and brighter horizons. And that is the show open. That got way longer than I expected it to be. I was not expecting it to be that long. I want to know what you guys think will be there. Thank you so much for being here. I was not able to divert my attention and change the show this morning to be about Redfall. I had to text my wife before I got into thoughts and conclusions. I forgot I bumped the air last night. The house was so cold, and I should have bumped it this morning. I was like sitting here roasting, going through the show open. Let's get the first coffee orders of the day. Let's get the first members of the day. Let's get the member goal up. Every 25, I gift 5. We had a bunch of new members yesterday. I paid it forward. I gifted a bunch of members during the premiere yesterday, and we did get a super chat during the show open. Thank you so much, Subtext, for $9.99, a $10 super chat tip. Playdays happened last year, and it's Keighley's hands-on event for press and influencers. There's a CNET YouTube vid from last year titled Floor Tour of Summer Game Fest Playdays. Thank you so much, Subtext. Number 1, thank you for the super chat. Number 2, thank you for that information. What happened to Redfall? There's a whole article on what actually happened with the game. I'll probably do a breakdown either in an upload or a live stream. It'll be spicy. We're not talking about that today, so if you're coming in looking for my thoughts on it, you get no thoughts. I'm not talking about that. We are talking about Summer Game Fest. And right on time, DK Bager says we can start the gifted member train right now. He gifts the first member of the day. If you guys are tuned in right now and enjoying the show, make sure you hit subscribe. It enables you to talk in my chat. It enables you to be a part of what we do here. The more you talk, the more you're part of what we do. The more you hit like, the more likelihood you'll get a gifted member. And we will be co-streaming these events. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your bell button's turned on. Members, you should be hanging out in the members-only Discord. Barrier says, Do you think we'll see Black Myth Wukong? I'd love to see some new gameplay. I don't know what the status of that project is. It doesn't look very good. It really, really doesn't. James Tiberius Kirk with a $10 super chat tip says, good night all. Diablo 4 in 9 hours. Great intro, Lono. Looks like another stack of games on my nightstand. See you in 10 years and 40 seasons of Diablo 4. Peace, crew. Thank you so much, James Tiberius Kirk. What's the timestamp? I need to write this timestamp down. I'll just hit the ribbon. I'm going to hit the ribbon. Let's see here. So we want to do a little mention of the really awesome shirt that I'm wearing. We have worked with them before. Into the AM, high quality, more graphically driven, more artistically driven t-shirts than you might see me wear sometimes. You can go to intotheam.com and use code LONO. It'll save you 10%. Here's the thing. They're already doing a big sale June 1st through the 5th. There's like a big 40% off select things on their website. So go to intotheam.com. You can use the shirt command in chat. We love working with them. They're sending me a whole new batch of shirts. I hadn't worn this one yet. I had been saving this one. So if you like shirts like this, great prices. They're doing a great sale, and you can stack my code on top of the sale that they're doing. The shirt command in chat will work, or just go to intotheam.com and you can use that code over there. Don't forget to use code LONO. Don't just go and take advantage of the sale. Use my code, right? Thanks. Silent Warrior with 21 months, and it's a VIP. 3 months from the red. Keep up the great content, Team Dark Rose. Thank you so much, Silent Warrior. I appreciate that so much. We are working on having coffee alerts pop up when you order. Thank you so much for those of you that continue to order Reforged Roast at reforgeroast.com. Joker Quinn with a $5 super chat tip. Hopefully we get Spider-Man release date at Summer Game Fest. I don't know if they're going to do that. Personally, I think Sony's going to let Spider-Man just kind of cook as Spider-Man does, and then they're going to do their own thing later. Does that make sense? Because I actually think they've got a pattern that's pretty set. They'll do their own thing to announce the Spider-Man release date. Another super chat coming in from John L. Brokey. Wonder Woman game It's been like 2 years since the announcement. Hey, not a bad prediction. We may see the Wonder Woman game. I've not seen any rumors or leaks about the progress there, so that is certainly a potential. And right on time, I was going to say, hey, if you guys are going to do a $5 super chat, turn that $5 super chat into a gifted member. Pay it forward. Give somebody a membership. We're trying to grow the members here. I get the same amount of money either way, so it goes farther when you bring somebody into the community. John L. Brokey gifts a member, and it goes to Gaming for Years. Silent Warrior says, hey, I tell you what, let's do a member train. You guys can very easily get a gifted member train. All you got to do is gift one at a time. There's 720 people here. We should easily have 300 likes, and a member train is easy to do with that many people. Graydon with 9 months of membership. Smash a like, buy some coffee, become a member, gift a sub. Just do it. Keep up the great work, Lono. Thank you. And so I don't think the Spider-Man 2 will be there with a release date. Spider-Man 2, no release date's concerning. It's not concerning at all if you check the history. They did the same thing with Horizon Forbidden West. They did the same thing with God of War Ragnarok. I had to hear the entire time, Horizon's getting delayed again. God of War is getting delayed again. And why did people keep saying that? Well, we don't have a release date. We don't have a release date. Listen, this is the pattern with Sony. They don't give you a release date until they know they can make the release date. Unlike virtually every other dadgum developer in existence that always has to tweet out those stupid images, and they're like, yeah, sorry, we regret that we got to push this game back. Listen, just stop doing release dates until you know you can release them. Like, it's that dadgum simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like how quiet Sony gets. I find it to be a little annoying. It's like, just talk to us. But at the same time, this is the pattern with them. This isn't abnormal. They're not doing something unusual. I'm itching to hear more about Mass Effect. I wonder if it will be there. The announcement will be saved for the big marketing push. Yeah, I don't think Spider-Man is at Summer Game Fest. The only thing I could see from Spider-Man at Summer Game Fest is just a commercial. Like, during opening night live with Geoff Keighley, there'll be commercials, there'll be trailers. Like, they just pay for that spot. That doesn't mean they're quote-unquote at the event. Does that make sense? Like, imagine Geoff Keighley's interviewing a developer, and he's like, hey, blah, 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 and check out the latest gameplay from Spider-Man 2. And then they run the trailer, and then the next moment he's talking to somebody else about a completely different game. I could see Spider-Man 2 showing up in that way, but that's it. Just a commercial of stuff that we've already seen. Yo, Abe comes in and says, let's ratchet this gifted train up a notch. He gets 5 instead of 1 at a time. Thank you so much, Abe, taking us to 8 members on the day. I hope that little bebe is not keeping you up too much in the middle of the night, my friend. Mayhem Games, Bello, Phil Doe, Bo Daggins, Hashem, and Jim James. You guys all got gifted memberships. Welcome on in to Reforge Gaming. Why give false hopes? Xbox is known for this. False hopes about what? What are you specifically responding to? I don't think Sony needs pre-sales and hype like other studios and developers. You certainly don't need that with Spider-Man. I do think most games need some type of hype machine and pre-order. I mean, they all do it, but I don't think Spidey needs nearly the press that other games do. Eugene says, I think Sony shows something we haven't seen or are keenly aware of just based off Tlu being there last year. DK Bager bumps the number to 9. This guy always faithfully keeping the member train going. Every 25 members, I give 5. We are at like 3,300 members. You guys are super close to hitting 3,500 again. I always do some kind of a goofy stream when we hit 3,500, so if you want to see that, hit that goal. 4,000 and I have to shave the beard. Creature continues to think you guys can't hit that. You need like 600 members to hit it. Yo, Rissick! Rissick says, I think we can do it. He comes in swinging absolutely big. Now would be a good time to announce the person who won last month's Eknor Award. The top gifter last month was Terminal Stupidity, gifted 140 members. The previous month, it went to Rissick at 190. So Terminal Stupidity took the crown in the month of May, and it's June 1st. It's the beginning of a new month, so it's time to come swinging big. This is one of the best times to get the member count really, really high because you have less drop-off early in the month. So thank you so much, Rissick, for just continuing to be a massive source of generosity, not just to me, but to the community here at Reforge Gaming. Thank you. Okay, so I want to take what Eugene is saying. Eugene's saying, I think they show something that we're not keenly aware of. Because my prediction is it's Death Stranding 2. I think that's Sony. I think Sony has a showing at the opening night with Keighley, and it's Death Stranding 2. Kojima loves Geoff. Geoff loves Kojima. Kissin Kojima. They love each other, okay? And I think their friendship is very cool. I think Death Stranding 2 is there. Elle Fanning might even be there along with Kojima, okay? Rissick can't save you. DK Bager says, all right, let's bump it again. He does another one, and he rounds it up to 30, puts us on the doorstep of 50. If somebody wants to drop a bomb, this man DK Bager keeps doing these layups for big member giftings. So, but Eugene is saying it'll be something surprising, like we didn't know T-Lou was going to be there last year, right? Okay, Eugene, I'll take that. I could be compelled that this other game that's ready and there's a trailer and it's close to it's basically ready to go, I could see it being there as a surprise. Dark Taco comes in with a 5 gifted member bomb, pushing us to 35. Every 25 I get 5. You guys are on your way to 50 already. You guys are crazy. It's only a Thursday. It's not even a Friday. And you guys are bringing the heat. I think Death Stranding is there as well. So Eugene is saying in addition to Death Stranding 2, there will be another surprise announcement. Now again, there was this other game that's ready. There were trailers. Insiders saw the trailers, the leaked trailers. They're like, I've seen them. They're ready to go. Okay, that could be there. You are absolutely correct. The reason I didn't put that in my show open is I don't want anybody thinking I'm like hyping up or like coping as the Sony pony. I'm just like, listen, I know a lot of you guys are burned by the showcase. I was disappointed, but I don't want to do this thing where we kick the hope can further down the road, okay? I think PlayStation has adjusted their marketing strategy. I think they'll show things when they're really close to coming. And that's about it. Yo, Joker, in addition to doing a super chat, also does a gifted member, pushing the number to 36, man. I appreciate that so much. Jason Liu just got that. Guys, let's hit 300 likes to show appreciation to all these people gifting members and being so generous to the community. We should easily have 300 likes by now. Over 700 people here. Thanks for tuning into my Summer Game Fest predictions. I've never seen a more disappointed by a premiere tease. Why didn't you tell me the tease was tomorrow? Oh, they're doing a tease? Oh, the tease was Halsey. Oh, golly. Oh, Diablo. Oh, my expectations are in the gutter. I was disappointed but relieved none of the studios at the show were the ones we care about. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't know what this is. A $5 super chat tip from Boss Man Davey. Did Xbox forget about Perfect Dark, Killer Instinct, and Banjo-Kazooie? Okay, so I did a show about that, Boss Man. I did a, what did we talk about? I don't know what the title of the showcase is, but I went and did all the research I could about the games that might be at the Xbox showcase. And I have bad news for you about Perfect Dark. I don't know about Killer Instinct and Banjo-Kazooie. I don't think you're going to see those anytime soon. But I don't have good news for you with Perfect Dark. In 2021, they lost either their creative director or their game director. And then a year later, they lost game director or creative director. I can't remember the order. And then a bunch more staff. And the game has basically since been rebooted. So that project has been hit twice, and it just doesn't look too good. And we're seeing reports that virtually none of the people who worked on the first State of Decay are there for State of Decay 3. The Schreier article about Redfall indicating that about 70% of the people who worked on Prey were not there to work on Redfall. I don't know why that is. Did they leave because of the acquisition? Did they just go through basic contractual attrition? Like, was it a 3-4-3? Like, I don't know. Things ain't looking good for studios under that Xbox umbrella. I really don't think it's looking all that promising for a lot of those titles and property. It's concerning. It really is concerning. Smiley with 17 months and a VIP. Love the content as always, Lono. You keep up the work. You keep the work week sane for me. Thinking maybe finally a next-gen upgrade for T-Lu Part 2 shown off. I don't think they're going to do that. They might do a director's cut, but I don't think they're going to. I think it... I guess that would be a next-gen upgrade, wouldn't it? A little bump. Didn't they already do that? I can't remember. Yo, good morning, Lion. Good to see you. And thank you again, Smiley. You were one of the big gifters last month. We did announce our ECNOR Award winner. Most gifted members in a month gets that award and a free bag of coffee. It goes to Terminal Stupidity. He did 140 last month. That's crazy. That's the number to beat this month. You're going to have to stay ahead of that guy. He's crazy. What about Contraband? Listen, my predictions were, John L. Brokey pushes us to 41 members. He gives another 5. Thank you so much. You the best. Going to Gaming in Space, I'm Kamui, Guest Burrito, Zachary McKenzie, and I'm Comp K. What? Anyway. My predictions are about Summer Game Fest, like the kickoff event. I'm going to do a completely separate show where I talk about everything that I think that we're going to see at the Xbox Showcase, right? Because the closer we get to that showcase, the more hints that are being dropped. So you feel free to say what you think about what's going to happen during the week, but I'm not really focused on the Xbox Showcase. What I'm focused on is the Summer Game Fest kickoff event, right? A lot of you guys that lurk and listen and enjoy this show like it's a radio show, I need you to take 2 seconds, man. Minimize that chat and hit that thumbs up button. Just take a couple seconds to do that. We have a crazy amount of people gifting, and that actually increases the likelihood that you get one. It also increases the amount of people that find this video. And we're discussing Summer Game Fest 2023 predictions. The entire stream is going to be interrupted. Sentences from announcement donation. I'm doing my best not to do that, Brandon. Fuzzy Muffins with 18 months and it's a VIP. Low-key hoping for some Hades 2. Oh, yeah, I could see Hades 2 being at any of the showcases, really. Really. Another 5 from Arcane Gaming, pushing us to 46. Right on the doorstep of 50 members. Creature thinks you guys can't get to 4,000 members. I think you can. McMuffin, Davey, Guitar, Christian, and Adrian gets one. Arcane Gaming says, love you, man. Man, I love the support. I love the generosity. You guys are the absolute best. Don't forget to take advantage of our sale on coffee, and don't forget to support today's t-shirt sponsor, Into the AM. They're having a huge sale, and you can use my code on top of it. The game is 2 months from releasing, and we need gameplay. I want 5 minutes of Armored Core 6. Yeah, okay. That's a good one, Eugene. Bandai Namco is going to be at the Summer Game Fest event. I anticipate it being only Armored Core 6. I think they want to get Armored Core 6 out the door. August 25th is the release date. Then I think they start marketing the Elden Ring DLC. Another 5! Another 5 from Arcane Gaming. He pushes us over 50. That means we roll on to the next milestone. You guys have already secured yourself 10 gifted members from me. 51 members on the day. Thank you so much for that generosity. I love seeing so many different names gifting members. You guys are absolutely bringing the heat and the support. It's never the same people. It's always a bunch of different people. It's not like 2 big dogs. It's a handful. It's a whole pound of big dogs at this point. Thank you so much. Have you seen the ARK community? Some are getting mass banned because they engage in PvP against a community of snail games. I'm not sure what you're talking about. How do I use the Into the AM code? Just use code LONO at checkout. You can stack my discount on top of the sale that they're doing. Just use code LONO. Same as it's always been. And I've got stuff en route from another t-shirt provider as well. No Face Lord bumps the line by 1. Guys, listen, don't be intimidated by the big ballers who drop big gifted bombs in chat. You guys can do it one at a time. Bossman Davey secures himself a membership from No Face Lord. You guys can do a little 1-member gifted train one at a time. It's $5. Pay it forward if you enjoy this content, and you can do that for somebody else. It's a great way to keep things going here. But I agree with Eugene. I think we're going to see a lot of Armored Core gameplay from Bandai. I think Bandai likes doing things at Summer Game Fest. They did their Elden Ring reveal at Summer Game Fest. I think they do it again. DB Cooper says, who needs to do one at a time? I'm going to do a 5-bomb. And he bumps the line with 5 more members all the way to 57 members and a $20 super chat tip from Jet. State of Decay franchise co-founder is still at the studio, so are people from the second game. Not as many from the very first. There was only like 20 people anyways. The team was small. Jet, I appreciate that context. I saw the headline of the guy leaving, and he's like, nobody is here anymore from this era. But if you're saying that was a small team, most of the people are there from the second game, that gives me some hope about that game, because I actually predicted that State of Decay 3 will be at the Xbox Showcase. And it could be a really, really big game for Xbox. Mike S. says, I will jump on the single gifted member train, and he gifts one, pushing it to 58 members on the day. And Arcane Gaming with a $2 super chat says, Abe, just like last time, if you gift 20, I'll gift 20. Arcane Gaming calling out Abe. He's calling out the chat. He's saying gift 20 and I'll gift 20. He wants a 20 gifted member train. You guys did this a while ago and it was bonkers and it took over the chat. Guys, I want to hear what you think's going to be at Summer Game Fest 2023 predictions. Try to do it before these guys go crazy. They're about to take over the chat with gifted members. A great way to get a gifted member is to be talking in my chat, hitting the like button, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That encourages the gifted member gods to bless you. It says, oh, you are part of this community. He says, calling him out. That's right, he's calling him out. Could also see something from Tekken 8, Bandai Namco. Listen, I'm telling you, you're right, Jassification. There could be multiple showings. I don't necessarily think Tekken would match. Mitch says, I'll step up to the plate and do it. He steps up and takes us to 78 members on the day. I told you these guys were about to take over. They take no names. They give names, and they give you a membership. Thank you so much, Mitch, for dropping a 20 bomb on the chat. He steps up to the plate and cracks it all the way over the big green monster. Thank you so much for that. You are correct that Tekken could be there. I don't think Tekken necessarily steps on the toes of Armored Core 6, but I don't think Elden Ring DLC will make an appearance, all right? Mitch says, let me see those 20s. Chat, he's calling chat to the mat. Mitch is calling you to the mat right now. I think that Elden Ring would step on the toes of Armored Core. I do. I think it would step on the... Abraham! Abe coming in with a 20 gifted member bomb and pushes it all the way to 98. We are 56 minutes into the stream. It might be a record. Almost 100 members before the first hour is even up. You guys are insane. You are absolutely insane. I'm going to actually have to pull up and give an active member count because you guys are bringing the absolute heat. And a 50 and a 20. What is happening? It's unprecedented. 70 members on the day. Out of nowhere, dropping from the sky, off the turnbuckle, putting the elbow in the back of your skull. It's 70 members from Arcane Gaming. And Patrick Blanker and another 20 from Arcane Gaming, and Lone Wolf dropping a single. That's 90 members. That's 188. That's 189. Just like that, you guys have pushed us in to the stratosphere. I've never seen anything like it. And Lone Wolf with another one. And then 10 from Arcane Gaming. They just tag team victory to take it all the way to 200 members at 57 minutes and counting in the first hour of the stream. 200 members. I feel like I'm literally shoutcasting a wrestling match. Sounds like a soccer game. Sounds like a soccer game. I feel like I'm shoutcasting a wrestling match. Mr. Hall, the agent of chaos, says, you know what? I refuse to let that thing sit on a nice 200. It's now 201. That means we got to roll over to 225. I told you I could feel the disturbance in the force. I was like, they are going to drop it. They're going to drop some crazy craziness right now. I knew y'all were gonna do it. I was like, here we go. They're gonna drop it. I could feel the energy shifting. Ninit Vargas says, I don't want to overhype myself, but do you think Dragon Age 4 or Mass Effect will be at the Xbox or Summer Showcase? Dragon Age will not be there, according to Jeff Grubb. It's like not ready. It's not going to show up. Mass Effect, I have no idea. The stinking gifted members are still not stopping. DK Baker with another one takes it to 202. I can't even check the total member count yet because I can't even check the total member count right now because we're literally unable to. Until they all hit the chat, I don't have a way of doing that. Do not have a way of doing that. Yeah, over 200 members on the day. Once the chat has calmed down, I will check the total member count. You guys are literally driving viewers away. They're like, I tuned in for a Summer Game Fest prediction show, and all I'm getting is a guy shouting about his members coming in. That's absolutely insane. You guys are bonkers. You guys are absolutely bonkers. And new Splinter Cell game. The new Splinter Cell game, we're seeing lots of smoke around a Splinter Cell game. That's possible, right? Arcane Game with a $2 super chat tip. Lono, we got you, man. I feel 400 gifted today. He's calling you guys to the mat. He is absolutely calling you to the mat right now. He's like, I feel this. I feel it coming. Hang on. I got to reply to this right now. Let me hang on. Sorry. Reply all. Sorry for the wait. He just uploaded it today. He just uploaded today. Paste. Okay, there we go. Whew, Richard Rodriguez gifts a member. Is that the end of the train? That's the end of the train. All right, I can give you guys a total member count now. I can give you a total member count on the day. You guys just sent so many emails out to people. It's telling me 3,575. That's crazy. That means 425 is all that's needed for the beard shave. Creature consistently says you guys can't do it. 3,575. You guys got back to 3,500 without breaking a dadgum sweat. You're now 425 away from a beard shave. That's insane. Borderlands will be at Summer Game Fest with a new game. What do you think? Veter, I don't know. I talked about that in the show open because Gearbox is listed as one of the official, one of the partners of Summer Game Fest. I could see them be there primarily for Homeworld 3. Homeworld 3 got delayed to February of 2024. So this is a great time to start talking about it in trailers and stress the release date. Because you're within that half a year window roughly, 7 to 8 months. That's a good window to start marketing since they did announce that delay. So I believe that Gearbox is there for Homeworld. 425 with no grinder and no lurker. No online MVP is missing. That beard is safe. Oh, look at this. Creature's calling out all the big boys. He's trying to summon their power. Here's the other thing I said, Veter. We don't know the status of the Borderlands movie right now. I don't even know, did they halt production? Is it in production? Has Randy Pitchford tweeted anything about it? Maybe they finally have a trailer for that. We haven't seen anything. I want a release date for Witchfire and Remnant. Oh, man, Witchfire looks like so much fun, bro. I'm not even a Rogue, fan. And Witchfire just looks like an absolute blast. You're reading my mind. You guys are awesome, but let the man talk. Yo, what's good, Greenside? Appreciate you. Greenside says, stop gifting. Let the man speak. Guys, could we get 400 likes on this video? We have 203 members. The member count is threatening the like count at this point, all right? Let's get some likes. 10 more from Arcane Gaming. This guy just does not stop. I've never seen anything like this. He's going for the Eknor Award this month. He says that award is mine. Single-handedly today, I think, has gifted, what is that? That's 50. That's, he's gifted 60 at the top of the chat right now already. Just 60 by himself. Thank you so much, Arcane Gaming, just making it rain. Abe coming in says, I can make it rain. Let's go to 233. Another 20 bomb. Half of the show is members just pouring in. If you've never been here before, you've probably never seen anything like this before. We have an incredibly generous community. We do members-only content all of the time. We have a members-only Discord server. You can get in there as a member, even if it's gifted to you. I debrief every day. Lono code isn't working. Also, I don't see the 40% off. Arcane with another 10. Hang on, let me email her right now. Hey, the Lono code isn't working. Got folks trying to use it. All right, I'll get an answer. I am sorry about that, D-Tom. Hold the line. The 40% off is on, it's not off of everything. It's off of like essentials and some of their t-shirts. Not every single t-shirt's going to be 40% off. You got to look for the 40% off. Arcane, thank you for another 10 gifted bomb, taking us to 243 on the day. Super close to me having to gift even more. I owe you, it's 20. I owe you 40. I owe you 45 members right now. We got you, DBS. We got you. Every single day I debrief with members. I do a stream on Friday nights with my wife. This Friday night we'll be playing some Diablo 4. It's so fun to watch us play couch co-op. It's really, really fun. You don't want to miss that. Make sure if you're a member, you get in the Discord. Make sure you turn on notifications. Thanks for being here for our Summer Game Fest 2023 predictions. What do you think will be there? I'm not specifically talking about the Xbox showcase or the UB Forward showcase. If you want to make guesses about what might be there, that's totally fine. I'm primarily talking about opening game night with Geoff Keighley. Opening night live, I should say. Opening night live. Great community. Glad to be here. Thank you, DBS Purge. Yo, what's good, Trill Troll? Starfield is going to be a really good game. At least 85 Metacritic, says Justice Bolt. Todd Howard has a reputation on the line. That's not really what we're talking about this morning. I mean, making predictions about Starfield's Metacritic. Oh, okay. What's a starting class? I'll be playing Necromancer with my wife. The Druid sounds terrible still, so I have no desire to play the Druid. Sounds like he's weak until super late game. Any chance for Silk Song? Okay, given the most recent announcement, the most recent Silk Song news that we received, that the game has gotten quite large or quite big, I just don't know. It doesn't sound like a game that's like right around the corner. Jeff tweeted about it a week ago. I'm stoked. Tweet didn't know that. Wait, what did Jeff tweet about? Oh, Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay is confirmed. That's right. I didn't include that in my show open. If there's like confirmed things, I thought it's like, okay, I could have mentioned that. I would rather talk about stuff that like, no, let's make some predictions. Let's make some guesses. Starfield will be mid, but fanboys will give it 100 anyway. Listen. I know you guys have been told on Twitter that I'm a Sony pony. Can we not do that today? Let's just get excited and make predictions and have a fun day. Like, why debate Starfield's Metacritic potential score? Like, I've continued to say I think Starfield can bring the heat. I hope it can be a really good game. It could be another Skyrim moment for Bethesda. Like, can we not do that today? I'm so tired of that. I'm tired of being mislabeled and maligned by grifters. Like, can we just have a fun show about games that are coming? Like, Summer Game Fest is next week. This is supposed to be like Christmas time for gamers, all right? Let's just not do that. It's so tiring. I feel like people would be tired of that debate by now. Solid chance that TFR might get revealed. We going ham, Trill Troll. Yeah, people dropping absolute member bombs. This is I think faster than the other day when you guys went crazy. I don't think we hit this number this fast the other day. I think Hades 2 will be there, but I don't know whose showcase they'll be a part of. I could see Hades being a part of Xbox's showcase. Weren't they on Game Pass at some point? Lone Wolf with 5 gifted members. I feel like the developers at Hades, I feel like they like working with Xbox. I feel like they enjoyed, being on Game Pass, maybe. This is from Max Roll. They're linked on Battle.net as a Diablo 4 guide, and Druid is, quote, tough leveling. Yeah, no thank you. 5 gifted members from Lone Wolf. Guys, make sure and check chat, see if you got one. Pushing the number super close to 250. You guys are bonkers insane. I am so looking forward to playing Diablo 4 when I get home after work today. Yeah, I'm going to be playing it tonight with my wife. I think we can play like, 7? Can't wait for the new dark bags. Been waiting for the dark roast for a while. D-Tom, did you put an order in? Let me give you a shout out. If you guys order the coffee, let me know. I don't have alerts for that right now. I see it here. Thank you so much, D-Tom, for that order of dark roast. You are the best. Thank you guys so much for supporting that, man. We have 3,619 members right now. You only need 380. You guys have already... I don't think the count was right a little bit ago when I gave it to you. You need 380 for the beard shave. 380. You're even closer than we thought. I hope Garfield will be a good game. Wait, there's a Garfield game coming out? Who cares about that? It was like everybody getting upset about the Inspector Gadget game. We have 276 VIPs as well. You guys have continued to move that line. If we hit 300 VIPs, Creature and I have to play a game together. We do that unfiltered end of the week debrief. Do that before tomorrow. Make this man play with me. He'll be so grumpy. It'll be amazing. Make this man play with me. I need 24 of you to upgrade. It's $5 to upgrade. All right. If you're on a Member Plus, it's like $4. Please. Please give it to me. DK Bager bumps the line by 1. Thank you so much. 249 out of 250. You the frickin' man. Eisen the Merce React with a renewal says, hey, thanks for the gifted on my second account. Hey. Congrats, man. Yes, they were on Game Pass. DK Bager says he's tempting someone to be the agent of chaos. He takes us to 250 out of 250. I love this man. Always bumping the line by 1. You're the best. If Hades was on Game Pass, I would expect Hades 2 to be a part of the Xbox showcase. I could see that. Space Marine 2 Skulls footage was legit, but it was captured using an RTX 4060 and not console. So, Detective, you're telling me that was raw gameplay, but it was on an RTX 4060. So, what? 2% of the gaming world will have that experience? There it is! The agent of chaos is Predator. There's always somebody who will bump that line. Lido upgrades to VIP. There it is. Go, go, go. 23. I need 23 existing members to upgrade to VIP, okay? Make Creature play a game with me, okay? I don't know if we'll be able to get him to do Diablo. I don't think he'll buy it. Diablo 4 early access. What time does it go live? Yeah, for me, it's 7 o'clock tonight. Yeah. I hate mobile. Why do you... Oh, you hate watching on mobile? Let's see some Witchfire gameplay at Summer Game Fest. How do I upgrade my membership on iPhone? You got to click on your profile link up at the corner and then go to your purchases and memberships. It'll let you do it there. He says, you don't think I can clear that up? I won't. All right, we'll have to think of a game to make him play with me. That is correct. It was raw, but it was captured on a higher-end PC. Well, I mean, so my gut instinct was like, there's another one. Joker Quinn upgrades to VIP. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, we need 22 more people to upgrade. Says, you're F, Creature. On a 4060, didn't those just release? That's why I said, like, 2% of the gaming world's going to be able to experience Space Marine 2 gameplay at that level of fidelity. I knew some things didn't smell right. I was like, there's no way this is genuine. Come on. I thought it was fully rendered gameplay. No, it just turns out they're running it on a video card that, like, launched yesterday, right? I'm obviously being hyperbolic, but showing off your game on a 4060, Jiminy Christmas, that's not even a percentage point of the market right now. Did my gifted not get processed? I don't see it. I don't see it, Eisen. It's possible that's why the member count jumped all of a sudden. Maybe it just didn't hit chat. Make him play Returnal. Oh my gosh. Do you have Returnal, Creature? Oh, that would be perfect. I'll carry him through Returnal. He said maybe. Chat! Give it to me! I need 22 people to upgrade to VIP. I gotta play Returnal with this man. Oh my gosh. It would be comedy gold. Holy moly. Come on. It would be perfect. To be fair, the 4060 isn't really high end. What do you mean? Huh? A 2080 Super, 4060, same thing basically? So, okay. Listen. I've never attempted to posture as if I understand all the differences in the tech world, okay? Why would they run it on a 4060 if it's basically equal to a 2080 Super? Explain that to me. Like, if you're trying to make the gameplay look as good as possible, why are you running it on a card that you guys are telling me isn't even that impressive? Or are you telling me that the game is going to run that well on even on a next-gen console? It could come close to looking that well? Help me understand that. I'm not tuned into that world. I admit that all the time. As I don't know all the techs and the numbers and the bleep blops and the chipsets, whatever, right? Like Alex tells me that I should, and I'm like, I just buy it and push the buttons, man. I don't go inside there and do any of the things, you know? 4060 is a low end of the 40 series. 4060 isn't that strong. Okay. It's like a $300 to $400 card. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, maybe slightly, maybe a slight false alarm there. I still think that Space Marine 2 footage looks too good to be true. It just does. I don't know. I continue to think we're being sold a bill of goods when I see something look like that. There's something off. You can feel it. You're like, it's in the movement, it's in the camera, it's in the textures and the lighting. I don't know. Could we get 15 more likes on the video? I don't know why the website's acting like this. Like, we just go down, up. Like, are you guys having to refresh? Is chat acting crazy? I'm not having any problems with chat today. I hope it's not giving you guys any grief. It could just be that we're getting put on a rotator somewhere. Summer Game Fest 2023. I want to know your predictions. What will be there? I'm mainly concerned with opening night live with Geoff Keighley. That's my main concern, right? Is, hey, what's hitting? What they doing that night? I'm not necessarily concerned with, Xbox's showcase. We'll do a separate show about that. Abe, Lono has been carrying this community's caffeine addiction for years now. What you talking about? Wait, what's Abaddon saying? We gift members, of course he's going to acknowledge it. So this show is a 20-minute monologue and then 20 hours of asking for money. Here's what we can do with you. We can escort you out of the building. That was for dramatic effect. Did it look like I carried a small piece of trash to the door? I'm glad Reforged Gaming is not ponying like this person. He's super PlayStation and never stopped crapping on Xbox and PC for years. I wasn't trying to start a hardware war. No, Detective Seeds, I know you weren't trying to start a hardware war. You were trying to tell me, no, that wasn't a render. Did you skip my super chat? Where is it? Hang on. Wait, no, I don't see it at the top of the screen. Let me scroll up. Hang on. I don't see it, Richard. I don't see your super chat. Christy Axis just upgraded to VIP. Is it? Can anybody see his super chat? I don't see it. I understand what you were trying to do, Detective Seeds. What you were basically trying to say is you're trying to say, listen. Oh, it was really early on? I don't know, homie. I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. Was it the $2 during the show open? Somebody did a $10 during the show open, and somebody did a $2 during the show open. If it was during the show open, like, you've been here enough to know that I won't see it. It's not physically possible for me to see it. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, I think Space Marine 2 gameplay will be at Summer Game Fest the opening night. I do. I think they'll be there because Focus Entertainment's going to be there. I think that's what they're bringing. I still think the gameplay they've shown so far, I just think it looks suspect. It was up there and disappeared. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you did it during the show open, I've tried to tell y'all, it's impossible for me to see those super chats. Somebody screenshotted the $10 one for me this morning. It might have been Barry or Sven. We have 279 VIPs. You guys are doing it. Like Cartman, screw you guys, I'm going home. Look at this professional. He can't even keep track of all the gifts and the gifteds. Do you think GTA 6 gets a teaser opening night at Summer Game Fest? Listen, I already shot my shot on GTA 6, and I was hilariously wrong, okay? Meme on me, joke on me, all right? Fair is fair, okay? I took a big shot, and I missed. So, you know, you can sit in the crowd and go, airball. Like, I thought, oh, yeah, GTA 6, they'll be at the PlayStation Showcase. So, when it comes to GTA 6, I don't know, bro. According to their earnings report, that thing's coming between April 2024 and March of 2025. Now is a great time to announce it and kick it off. Everybody keeps telling me GTA will do their own announcement. They're not going to do it as a part of one of these events. And Rockstar's not listed as a partner. So if Rockstar's there, it's a total sleeper surprise, right? Imagine giving Lono money and not getting acknowledged. Ridiculous. I would riot. Wait, did I miss yours? Did I miss any from you, Abe? I don't think I did I? Heartland drop will be at the UB Forward deal. Yeah, Phantom Liberty's going to be involved, but they said they're going to be presenting at Days of Play, so I don't know if we're even going to see them. Days of Play is like a thing there. Like, people are going to be playing games and stuff, so I don't know if we're going to see them at all. Oh, I can feel it. The back. My back wants to crack. I recently refound you, Lono. Love the talk shows. Watching every day at work now. Oh, thank you so much, Sapper. I appreciate that. Tell your friends, man. A lot of people from that era are rediscovering me. Funny how that works. Sorry to talk about games, but do we expect any other devs to make a more conservative approach to marketing like Sony appears to be doing? What does that do to this show? Well, oh, there it is. Asian, there they are. Asian the Filthy Casual dropping a 10 gifted member bomb, pushing it to 261. Everybody's taking a turn today. Everybody's taking a turn. Thank you so much. Dropping another one. 3 months from Bradley. Buy a membership and use your free member super chat. That's right. Buy a membership and use your free member super chat, says Bradley. Thank you for renewing for 3 months. Anybody who gets a gifted membership today, you can upgrade to VIP for $5. That's the cost of a normal membership. You can basically become a VIP like almost instantaneously. That's a bit of a cheat code, right? It's a bit of a cheat code, all right? Paying my due for the gifted to the other account. No worries, man. Thank you for paying it forward. If you guys get a gifted today and want to pay it forward, you can do one gifted member. You don't have to do a whole bunch. Some people do that. They're like, oh, hey, I appreciate it. I'm going to pay it forward to somebody else. Like, if you can afford it, that's great. If you can't afford a membership, man, watch as much as you can. This community is insanely generous. GTA 6 doesn't need to announce anything yet. Everyone is already talking about it. It's free advertising. I mean, I don't disagree, Scotty B. I don't. But to answer Zubair's question about, like, more conservative style marketing, I don't know what it does to showcases like this, because think about it. Lona wants to play Returnal again. I really do. I need 20 of you to make a dream come true, please. Okay? I need 20 of you to make a dream come true. I've been wanting to play Returnal with somebody else. You know? It would be so fun. Anyway. You see it in Bandai. You see it in From Software with Armored Core, right? They keep Armored Core 6 under wraps. There were leaks. There were some images. And it's like, oh, it's coming. And then they're like, yeah, here comes Armored Core 6. It's coming out in 5 months. Like, huh? We want Returnal 2. I don't know about a Returnal 2. So, at some level, Zubair, I think, on one hand, it can make events like this really exciting. Because anything you hear about, you're going to be looking for a quick release date. it can hurt these events because that means you don't get any of those long vision casts of like, you know, Star Wars Eclipse 2025. Like, you don't get that. Was 505 there? Who's their publisher? 505 was not listed, but they might be there underneath their publisher or their owner. I don't know if is 505 independent? I would love to play Returnal with you. I need to be shown how to progress further than the first level. If you guys can get us 20 more VIPs, I'll play it with Creature, and I'll show you how to play. Until the audience realizes things have changed, you're going to have a lot of disappointed fans. Livo says, they quickly did it for Armored Core because they need the year and the budget to market Elden Ring DLC. I think that's a weird read of that, Cliffo. I think they did it with Armored Core because, to be quite honest, they did a small marketing window for, didn't they? What was the Elden Ring marketing window? A year and a half? It was like a year and a half, wasn't it? When did Elden Ring debut its announcement? We were on this channel when they debuted the gameplay. Didn't they debut the gameplay in the summer and then the game was out the following February? Yo, Stone Spire is going to push the number by 1. He gives it a nudge. He's encouraging others to get involved. That's what that means. Thank you so much, Stone Spire. It was a short window of time, though. Traditional marketing, you hear about a game and 3 years later. 505 would be publisher one more level. Is the dev on it? Oh, 505 is the publisher. One more level. Hang on a minute. I think they might be there. I might have missed that. Hang on a minute. Let's go to Geoff. Jeff's got it pinned. And I don't see one more level. Oh, Level Infinite's there. That's who I saw it I was thinking at. So one more level's not there, and 505 is not there. Now, they could be there and just not listed, so I don't know. 505 is publishing the Death Stranding PC port. You know, it's funny. I predict Kojima being there with Death Stranding underneath PlayStation, but Kojima's not listed. Kojima Productions isn't listed on here. So, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. They showed Elden Ring at Summer Game Fest. Yeah, they like to show things at Summer Game Fest. So I don't know if Elden Ring will be there, though. I don't think they're going to want to step on the toes of Armored Core 6. I think they're going to want to let Armored Core 6 have its own day. Us worker lurkers love this place. Great place to listen and work and lurk. Hit like if you agree. Thank you, GNS. I appreciate that. For those of you that don't know, I am a safe for work broadcaster. A lot of people throw me on in the background of the day. I am trying to figure out an answer on why the Into the AM code is not working. So anybody trying to do that, please hold. I'm not sure what the issue is. I thought it still worked. I thought somebody used it like a month ago. We haven't done an activation with them in a while, so maybe they have to reactivate the code. I'm sure he tends to leave some of them off on purpose, clearly for the surprise element. I could see that, Cliffo. Elden Ring took 3 years from first announced. Okay, I'm thinking of the gameplay then, Kenneth. When they finally showed gameplay, the game came out like 8 months later, right? Wasn't the game the gameplay debut is one of the most watched streams on my account. If I go popular, yeah, Elden Ring gameplay preview live. We live streamed that, and that was on November the 4th of 2021. And then they also did something at Summer Game Fest, and then it launched 2022. It launched early 2022. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to cover Riot Games canceling LOL esports for North America sometime? I don't really cover esports or League, homie. Sorry, that's not within my wheelhouse. It'd be really boring to watch me cover that. I would literally press read and then be like, yep, that's the news. I wouldn't have anything to say. I'm not informed. I'm not plugged in. I'm not in the know. You need to go to Jake Lucky for coverage on stuff like that. I don't really cover that kind of stuff. This is basically my daily show of choice at work. Great stuff all the time. Thank you, Sneaky Wolf. I appreciate that. All right, see you later, Abe. Back to dad duties. That's strange, says Detective Seeds. I wonder if he kept some of the stuff off on purpose to keep us from knowing. It's possible. Eugene says, Elden Ring timeline. Teaser in 2019. Not a peep until 2021 June. Release date January. Delayed to February. Right. So, yeah, of course, it did. There's a teaser. I think they're moving away from the teasers. I think you're going to, like, listen to what Eugene just said with Elden Ring. If you remove the teaser, it's basically, here's the game in June, and then the game comes out in February. It's what they did with Armored Core 6. No teasers, no nothing. Here's the game, it's coming out in August. I think more companies are going to move to that kind of marketing. Yo, what's good, Brap? What if Scalebound made a surprise to the Xbox showcase? That would be crazy. Didn't somebody in the know say that there's talks about resurrecting it, but I don't think it's in development, so I don't know if it would be there. I am asking, I'm not stating. I thought I read that somebody in the know, somebody with like inside information said they're considering bringing it back to life, but I don't think so. Not talking about the new Redfall info. F the cat, homie. You've been here long enough to know I don't do that. I wrote like a 29-page monologue, had a show booked, and a thumbnail made, and then Jason Schreier's article hit this morning. You know as well as I do. I love to jump on a story like that, but I'm not sidelining a big show that I've already got set up to cover that. All the guys that want to get on my head, oh, why aren't you covering China approving the deal? Well, we have nothing other than a headline, and nobody said anything, not even Xbox themselves or Phil Spencer said anything. Everybody wants to get on my head when I don't sideline a show to cover the acquisition. But when Redfall gets dunked on by a Schreier article and I don't immediately jump on that, shouldn't I have jumped on that? I set my shows the day before, brother. It's what I do. It's what I've been doing for a very long time. I don't yank the e-brake. The only time I did that was when we had, I don't know what we did that for. We did that for something. Was it the provisional findings? It might have been the provisional findings. There was something major that hit, and I got on the phone with Creature. I was like, we got to change shows. I think we've done that one time. Was it their approval? I think it was their approval. How about some news on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 at Summer Game Fest? I've not followed that game justification, so don't know. Who's the developer? Who's the publisher? We could look at the partner list and make an approximation or a guess. Oh, it was when they blocked the deal. Right. Yeah. Yeah. We had a weak show that day, didn't we? Was that when Diablo got bumped? Diablo Made for No One? Was that the day I bumped that? Because Diablo Made for No One, we still used that show later on. It wasn't live air. Yeah, I wasn't live when it happened. I literally went to make my thumbnail that morning. I was like, "Oh gosh, I have to report on this." We talk about what happened with Redfall and members. No, that's probably going to be a show or an upload. We're not going to do that in members. I'm not going to cannibalize content. That's a good story. It is. It's a really good story. What if you had like a breaking news ticker at the bottom that acknowledges you'll cover it soon? I like that idea. Maybe. I'll consider it. Let me think about that. Only time I remember is when Starfield stream got hijacked because the Arcane tweeted the 30 FPS. That was tangentially related, so that was okay. I heard people don't read tickers. I could put a ticker down there, yeah, that says you're all ugly, and nobody would see it. Halfway through the show, somebody would be like, hey! You've changed mid-show before? I have not. That is not true. The only time I allowed for it was with Redfall. It was tangentially related to the subject. It was Starfield. Don't tell me what I've done. I don't do that. It would look tacky. Yeah, I don't know. As much as we'd love to hear your thoughts, we know better, so I say something. Yeah, come on. You know how we operate here. The reason you get a really, really solid show open, the reason that everything is properly researched, and the reason that I can speak with authority on a subject is because I do my due diligence. I don't kick off a thumbnail and go like, huh, like, you know, Redfall was a disaster and they knew it, and then like quickly throw up a video and it's all slapped together. After the crap showcase, the only thing I'm asking Sony to do is bundle the Crunchyroll subscription into PS Plus. If their property anyway, it's their property anyway, and a good incentive for us. I don't have a strong opinion on that. Digital Extremes is posted as a partner. Might see more of their new project. That was in my show open, Techno. I hope we see more of Soulframe. I would love to see gameplay and get a release date. I don't know what the timeline is, though. 1 year ago, July, like last year, July, they had their debut trailer. I don't know how far they are in development, though. So I would love... I know Digital Extremes is going to be there. You guys, is there anybody tuned in to Warframe? Is there some potential big Warframe announcement that they could have? I just don't know. Used to have a ticker for the shirt and the coffee command. I don't know if it helped. I don't think that it did. There's new news about what happened with Redfall. Yeah, Schreier has a really good article. You missed the show open? I know. I just let people know, I mentioned that in the show open, just so you know, like, oh yes, that's a part of the reporting today. I'm not like saying that to tell you, hey, don't bring that up. Everything in the show open's fair game. Like, bring that up during the discussion. I just want people to know, hey, yeah, I think the same thing, or we're in agreement. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring that level of solidarity. You know, like, hey, I think the same thing. I think we see something from Soulframe at the event. They have an entirely new game in the works. Yeah, it's called Soulframe. Or are they doing another game in addition to that? So are they doing something in addition to Soulframe? Which the memes there. Soul Train? Like, really? Maybe some Soulframe gameplay? Yes. Yeah, I think some of you might need to refresh. Some of you guys feel super behind. More behind than normal. You're responding to stuff way, way after we've already discussed it. Maybe try and refresh the stream. I think some of you guys are super far behind. You can, instead of refreshing the stream, actually, you can increase playback speed, and it'll catch you guys all up. Is Capcom listed? If yes, will they be at the show? You know, now I can't remember. I can't remember if I think Capcom is listed, aren't they? Yeah, Capcom's right at the tippity top. Yep, Capcom's at the top. So I would say if Capcom is there, I mean there's a whole lot that they could show. I don't know, more Street Fighter just to promote it. More from Project Awakening. Listen, Project Awakening made it seem like they were going to be the PlayStation Showcase, and then they weren't. So I don't know what they're doing. Truth be told, I have no idea what they're doing. Maybe new Monhun? Yeah, I don't know. Wheezy usually is our guy on all things Monhun. I haven't seen him in a minute. When Street Fighter 6 out? What's the official release date for that? Isn't it really soon? Street Fighter 6 release? It's this month. It's tomorrow. It's June 2nd. Yeah, I don't pay attention to fighting games. So, Layers of Fear. Weeks to go for that game. Yeah, Bloober Team's Layers of Fear is coming. It's like that their updated version. That is that's on the horizon. Yeah. Tomorrow for Street Fighter 6. The reviews are really, really strong. I've seen a lot of people take issue with how they're monetizing it, like it's a full game, but they've got all these character packs and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see if that gets any traction. Here, let me put this image up on the board here and see if this gets your noodle going on anything that might be there. Any games, a lot of developers, a lot of publishers going to be there. The devs of Project Awakening were at the PlayStation Showcase. They have the other game, Grand Blue Fantasy Relinked. That's why they hyped the event. Okay, do they have a developer account? Because they hyped the event from the Project Awakening Twitter account, Cliffo. So, do they only have one Twitter account and they just happen to name it Project Awakening? My pre-order and preload is ready. Yeah, what a weekend. Street Fighter 6 and Diablo. Maybe my wife and I should play both tomorrow. Play a little Diablo and then beat each other up in Street Fighter. I don't play those games. I do not play those games. Techland, another Dying Light. I could see Techland being there to promote Dying Light DLC, maybe. Don't they have big DLC plans for Dying Light 2? I don't know how well it was received. I feel like it was a pretty lukewarm reception. Preacher says, do you know what's even safer than your beard? Me ever having to start this. Come on, guys! Why are you letting Creature, why are you letting him just have all this swagger and all this saunter? He just put Returnal in the Discord. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to have to play this with you. I just need 21 of the current member base. There's 3,600 of you. I just need 20 of you to upgrade to VIP to make this man play Returnal with me. Come on. That even pushes me closer to the beard shave. Come on. Make a man's dream come true. I smell Wonder Woman. A few years since they announced it. Who's working on Wonder Woman? Is it Techland? Is it them? Maybe that's why they're there. Wonder Woman game. It was announced. Is confirmed to be in the works at Monolith Productions, the developers behind Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Okay. Who's publishing it? Who's publishing this? Is it Warner Brothers? Warner Brothers Games. Okay. All right. Okay. So Warner Brothers is going to be there. Warner Brothers will be there, which means I assumed Warner Brothers was there to promote Quidditch Champions. I thought they were going to be there with Quidditch Champions. Maybe they're there with Wonder Woman. That's a good guess. I forgot all about Wonder Woman. Hey, my man. That's the wrong one. You gotta pick VIP, not Member Plus. VIPs are what we need. I need 20 VIPs. You gotta go up to the next one. Member Plus is just the $6 thing we did. Member Plus is so that you jump out of the gifted member pool. If you don't like being gifted members, if you want to take care of your own membership every month, you pick Member Plus, and that pulls you up out of the gifted member pool. It's $1 to upgrade, and then you never have to worry about getting, gifted again. You take care of your own membership. VIP is something separate. That's for the VIP lounge. That's for the end of the week VIP debrief. And that if we hit 300, then me and Creature will have to play a game. Thank you so much, Jay Conklin. We're going to play Returnal together. Come on. There it is. Thank you, Eisen. There it is. Everybody be like Eisen. I see you fighting a good fight, Eisen. Appreciate it. That's right. Oh, you turned on me. Yeah, he turned on you. With as much crap as Creature talks, how are you guys not motivated to do this? If you're just tuning in, we've been discussing Summer Game Fest 2023 predictions. What do you think will be there? I was just reminded about the Wonder Woman game. Warner Brothers will be there. I originally said in my show opening monologue that I thought, I actually think that they'll be there to show Quidditch Champions, okay? Now, Exo Primal is coming July 14th. So that's an excellent reminder, Hilly. Capcom will be at Summer Game Fest. They are likely going to be showing Exo Primal. I cannot give you a recap. Okay, I will. All right, listen, if I give you a recap, I expect some love for this, okay? I expect some of you to upgrade to VIP so I can play Returnal with Creature. We need 19-something people to do it, okay? I need you people to upgrade and smash the like button. Maybe give some more members, okay? You only need about 300 members on top of that. You need 300 more new members to get the beard shave, okay? Now, I'm going to give you a recap. There are 43 partners for Summer Game Fest, and I was talking about opening night live. Summer Game Fest with Geoff Keighley, the opening night live, the opening event. I said, I think out of the 43 partners, I went through 13 heavy hitters is what I call them. I started with Warner Brothers, Quidditch Champions, okay? I'm being compelled that maybe they're there with Wonder Woman instead of Quidditch Champions. I don't think they're there with Hogwarts. Hogwarts Legacy's Nintendo Switch was supposed to land July. It got bumped to November. I don't think they want to sort of put salt in that wound and talk about Hogwarts. Hogwarts DLC will likely not be talked about until after that game lands on the Switch. That's a great time to talk about it as well, right? It could land on the Switch in November, and then they could start talking about DLC. Harry Potter and Christmas go together like peanut butter and jelly. So I'm imagining it's either Quidditch Champions or Wonder Woman. Then I talked about Square Enix. Everybody's looking for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I don't think you hear a peep about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth until after Final Fantasy XVI is out. Since Final Fantasy XVI is out this month, I would imagine if they're there, that's what they're there to talk about. And then they can start promoting Final Fantasy VII Rebirth after the fact. Now, Foam Stars could be there. Again, probably just a commercial. Some of the games already shown at the PlayStation Showcase will likely show up during Summer Game Fest as literally just a commercial, not an actual part of the showcase or like a dev interview. Then I talked about Sega. There is incoming DLC for Sonic Frontiers where you can play as Amy, Tails, and I think Knuckles. That is coming. Since Sonic Frontiers was such a big success, I would imagine that Sega is there to talk about the Sonic DLC. Focused Entertainment will be there. I think Space Marine 2 will be a part of this with gameplay. The recent gameplay that they debuted, I think is a little too good to be true. I think it looks fully rendered. I don't think it looks like raw gameplay. I was told this morning by Detective Seeds it is raw gameplay, but it's on a fairly strong PC rig with a 4060. I know a 4060 is not crazy strong, but I still don't buy the gameplay. I still feel it looks like excuse me. I still feel like the Space Marine gameplay looks fully rendered. Netflix will be there. Netflix recently acquired talent from Santa Monica. They've got somebody from Overwatch running the studio. They got Joseph Staten. They've got somebody who worked on Gears 4 and Gears 5. So they have some pretty good talent. Looking like they're spending a lot of money on a fairly big project. So Netflix may be there to talk about that, just to maybe announce it, give it a name, give it a logo, something of that nature. That project's probably a long way off. Then I talked about Bandai. Guys, I'm just now about halfway through this recap. Give me 500 likes. Come on, let's see some love for the monologue recap, okay? Hit that like button. Get those gifteds. Get those VIPs. Come on now. I'm doing this for you. All right, so Bandai. Bandai will likely be there to only talk about Armored Core 6, likely a lengthy gameplay showcase. Since August 25th, the release date is right around the corner. I don't think they want to start talking about the Elden Ring DLC until after August, once they have Armored Core 6 out in the wild. Then they will start ramping up their Elden Ring DLC discussions. Ubisoft will be there. It's always hard to guess what Ubisoft is going to do. They are listed as an official partner, but they're also doing Ubi Forward on Monday, June the 12th. That's after the Xbox Showcase and the Starfield Direct. So it's very possible that that's Ubisoft's involvement. I could see them maybe running a commercial for AC Mirage. I could see them showing off the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Again, maybe just a commercial, not necessarily an interview. A lot of the involvement with Opening Night Live could very simply just be a commercial. They'll pay for the marketing spot. That's good for Keighley. That's good for supporting the event, but they might not necessarily be there to do a showcase. Yo, Patrick, he knows how to say thank you for a show recap. He bumps the line massively with 282 members on the day, another 20 gifted members. Every single one of those people can upgrade to VIP and help me play Returnal with my producer on Friday. Please grant me this wish. I so want to play that game with him, right? Oh, this guy's begging. I kind of am. I really have wanted to play Returnal for such a long time with somebody, and it would be so fun. He would be so grumpy about it. He doesn't think you guys can do it, by the way. He's kind of insulted you numerous times about this. He thinks my beard is safe from the big goal, and he thinks the VIP goal is safe, all right? So it's tough to predict what Ubisoft will do. Activision will be there. I imagine they're going to show off the Call of Duty Premium 2023 release. Call of Duty 2023 is coming. They did say they were going to move away from annual releases. That was an internal email. That was not a public announcement. So I would imagine that this is a great time to kick that off, start talking about it, maybe even promote and point to in a big event. Maybe they do another big event like they did with Modern Warfare 2. Amazon Games will be there. We have it on good authority that the New World expansion trailer will be as included as a part of the event. I don't think they're ready to talk about the Lord of the Rings MMO. They officially announced it. There was a press release. That's probably it for the time being. They're going to really try to rejuvenate New World, maybe get people back into New World so they can use it as a testing ground. I believe the next 4 to 5 years will be the ramp down of New World and the spin up and the development of the Lord of the Rings MMO. That'll be a good run for New World. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think one of the primary reasons they're keeping New World going is to gather information and feed R&D and research for the Lord of the Rings MMO. 5 gifted members from Stone Spire and bumping us to 287. Oops, what a massive, insane day. Just absolutely crazy. 5 more gifted members coming in. You guys are absolutely crazy. I gotta head out, Lono Creature. Just play with Lono, bro. No. You guys gotta earn it. The VIPs, you gotta earn it. You gotta level up. Okay, so that's Amazon. CD Projekt Red has officially announced that they will be involved, but they're going to be involved with Days of Play. That's sort of like an in-person event that you can watch sort of like later. So I don't know if Phantom Liberty will be included with the main stage event. I don't see why they wouldn't do that, to go all the way there, to show up and to start talking. And to not talk about Phantom Liberty would be a bit strange in my mind. Seems like a great time to showcase it with a trailer, give us a release date, give us a lot of that. The Meta Quest is $500. Oh, I thought the PSVR 2 was overpriced. Wait, hang on a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. No one's saying anything about that. We won't have consistency there, I'm sure. So, there you go on CD Projekt Red. Not really sure about their involvement, but they will be there. I anticipate them being a part of something main stage. EA will be there. I don't honestly know. I truly don't. I don't know what EA would do. Maybe one of their 2 Star Wars games that are on the horizon. Something like that, It could be. Digital Extremes will be there. We were just talking about that a moment ago. A year ago, July, they debuted Soulframe. I could imagine Soulframe being there. It's a standalone device. I know. It's just VR is expensive is the point. I don't think people understand. Like a really high quality VR is going to be expensive. Whether it's standalone or not, it's not going to be cheap. So it's just funny. I'm sure they'll be hand waving. It's a standalone. That's why. Oh, okay. So the peripherals are okay. Sure. Anyways, Gearbox will be there. Most likely reason that Gearbox is there is Homeworld 3. Recently, they had to announce that Homeworld 3 was delayed to February of next year. Now's a great time to start marketing, showing the game off, maybe give a hard release date. I don't know the status of the Borderlands movie. I have a sneaking suspicion the whole thing's been shelved. I don't know. Let's see. Borderlands movie news. As of May, there was release date information or speculation. Ariana Greenblatt, who's playing Tiny Tina, confirmed via Twitter that filming on Borderlands started April the 1st in 2022. So, that was a long time ago. So I don't know. Why is it taking so long? That was in February. People were asking that question. Borderlands movie reshoots are being taken over by Deadpool's director. That was reported in January of just this year. So it sounds like they're having to do reshoots. They're bringing in the Deadpool director. So I don't know this. I doubt they're there. Well, I don't know. That was 6 months ago. So it's not the writer's strike may also be affecting it, Silent Warrior, but at this point, I would imagine it's written. They're doing reshoots. So timeline on that may have been significantly bumped back because of that. So I don't know if we'll be there. Eli Roth was removed from the reshoots, and that film won't be out for months. Okay. They hated what he did, and it's essentially being refilmed. Listen, if there's somebody that can capture the essence of Borderlands and bring it to movie form, I actually think the director of Deadpool is the one to do it, right? So there you go. Gearbox, again, is most likely there for Homeworld 3. If they went right into Borderlands 4 after Borderlands 3, that could be getting in time to show that stuff. Borderlands 4 would be a huge announcement. Maybe they could learn from a lot of their mistakes. Maybe they could glean and learn from Tiny Tina. Tiny Tina Wonderlands was a superior Borderlands comparatively to Borderlands 3. So perhaps they could learn from the mistakes of BL3. From B3 and learn from Tiny Tina. Maybe that could be good. So, where am I on the list? Okay, so that's all the heavy hitters. Now, the two biggity dogs is Xbox and PlayStation. Now, I asked on Twitter what people thought, and I got a lot of instantaneous hate. You know, Sony's done. They're not going to say anything. What do you mean, Sony? Yeah, okay. The PlayStation likely is still involved to some degree. They're sponsoring an indie showcase with the Guerrilla Collective, so they will likely have at least something to show on opening night, maybe more. But my strongest prediction and most likely prediction is Death Stranding 2. Kojima loves Geoff Keighley, and, you know, Death Stranding 2 is ramping up with marketing. Elle Fanning and Kojima have been doing interviews. Now, people are saying Silent Hill 2. I'll give that a maybe. Stellar Blade, I'll give that a maybe. I could see either of those titles having a presence during Summer Game Fest at some point in time. I don't think there'll be anything from the PSVR 2 except for maybe a commercial to highlight the fact that it's going to become available in retailers. Maybe list the retailers it'll be available in, maybe a date, maybe show some of the games that are coming, like a little montage. But I don't think PSVR 2 will be there in any like official interview capacity or presentation capacity. Then there's the possibility for PlayStation. There is an exclusive game that's basically ready to go that was supposed to be a part of the PlayStation Showcase that got pulled, along with the Ratchet & Clank PC port. That could be a part of Summer Game Fest opening night, just to really, really swing hard. When everybody else is swinging, it might be in PlayStation's best interest to come to the table and swing with a first-party exclusive. They use their own showcase to really cement, here's all these third-party multiplats. That's good for their global audience. It's good for John Q. Public. And then it's good to show up at Summer Game Fest and represent your brand in a really strong way with something big that we haven't seen yet. Isn't it too early to show anything from Death Stranding 2? I swear they just started development last year. They're out there marketing. Kojima's out there marketing, and he just met with the marketing team at SIE. So I would imagine they're getting ready to ramp up. And again, he loves Keighley. So hang on a minute. Jericho with the $5 super chat tip. You never said anything when it was reported 70% of Uncharted 4 team left. Reported by Kotaku, corroborated by employees. What do you mean I never said anything? Did I ever cover Uncharted 4? How long has it been since Uncharted 4 came out? How long has it been since that's reported? Is Kotaku the only source for that information? Did anybody else report on that? Like, take your $5 and go somewhere else. So that's what I think PlayStation could or could potentially not do. Now, Xbox, a lot of people predicted that Forza Motorsport will be involved. So here's my thought on that. I think that's a really, really good prediction for a couple of reasons. Forza Motorsport's already supposed to be out, so it may be a bit of a sore subject to focus on Forza Motorsport in your Xbox showcase, because your Xbox fan base is tuning in and they're like, hey, why are you talking about Forza Motorsport? That was supposed to be out already. It might be a sore subject with the Xbox crowd. Now, with the broad audience of Summer Game Fest that may not be tuned into last year's Xbox showcase or, you know, all those broken promises from Xbox, they might not be as tuned in. It might be better to showcase Forza Motorsport with a hard release date during Summer Game Fest, right? I actually think that's a really, really good guess. I do. There were people talking about Starfield. I could see a Starfield commercial that is pointing to the Starfield Direct. People are saying Fable. I think Fable is going to be included in the Xbox showcase. I don't see Fable being involved with Summer Game Fest opening night. I see it being a part of what Xbox is doing. And then, my guess, DK Bager with a gifted member. Thank you so much. 288. So close to 300 members on the day. You guys are absolutely crazy. The first day of the month and you're going nuts. My guess for Xbox and what they'll show at the Summer Game Fest opening night live is the Gears of War collection. I walked through what Special Nick said about it. He says, I'm not backing down. This thing's coming. There was speculation that it was slated for a late 2022 release. It's my opinion that Xbox basically took anything of value and they kicked it out of 2022. I think they knew that 2022 was a wash and they shoved everything into 2023 to bolster it up, give them some momentum. And Phil Spencer recently said in the interview, they're finally ready to do one big AAA every single quarter. Narwaffle pushes the number as well. He says, all right, guys, let's do a single gifted member train. We can do it all the way to 300. We don't need the heavy hitter bomb drops. Everybody can participate. Let's go. So, I think they knew that 2022 was a wash. There it is. He puts us on the doorstep. 10 gifted members. $2.99. Chris Felon, thank you so much for doing that. Gifts 10 members to the community. I really need 20 of you. I need 20 of you to upgrade. You guys are going to let my producer just absolutely swagger all over you. It drives me nuts. If I could gift 20 VIPs, I would. To make him play. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. What was it? Gears collection. The Gears of War collection. Again, I think everything last year got shoved to this year. The other thing I think about the Gears of War collection, I think they shadow drop it. Chris Felon says, I'm not going to let us sit here at $2.99, and he slams it home, 300. I know he is 60. Donnie, the agent of chaos. There's always somebody that doesn't let us sit comfortably on the goal. And DK Bager tag teams with double the agent of chaos. We're not going to sit on 300. And Predator comes in and says, I'll do it. I'll do it too. We will not sit evenly on 300 over 300. You guys push us all the way to 303 with the next milestone being 325. I also think they shadow drop the Gears collection. I think they shadow drop it. Because, number one, this isn't some big new title to put into your showcase. It's not some big new title that you need to have a ton of marketing for to drive sales. This is just a huge, awesome value for Game Pass. So you just drop the Gears collection on Game Pass and then probably sell it on PC, right? Is the record in one day 303? No. There it is. Dan upgrades to VIP. I need 19 more. I need 19 more people to do that. Tomorrow's Friday. Every Friday, I do an unfiltered stream with my producer. And every milestone, I've said that we have to play a game together. If we hit 300 VIPs, he has to play Returnal with me. And I would absolutely love that because I love Returnal. And he would be so incredibly grumpy about it. And it would be hysterical comedy gold. And he thinks that you guys can't do it. Prove him wrong. Don't let him be so arrogant. Isn't all the Gears games already on Game Pass? Yeah, but a Gears collection would essentially be like a remastered collection, right? I don't know if it's going to be a remake collection. It's probably a remaster collection. So, that is my prediction. That is my opening monologue recap. You guys brought the love with gifteds. You're super close to 500 likes, so keep smashing that. That helps more people find this video. We know if Fable is ready to be shown. Any leaks or official info? So Xbox tweeted a path of glitter leading to the showcase. Thank you, Joker Quinn, for gifting a member. And everybody is saying that is a hint that Fable would be a part of the Xbox showcase. Right? Because you follow, there's glitter paths in Fable that you follow to, that's what they use, right? Let me see if I can find a picture. Fable glitter path. I'm not familiar In Fable games, a glitter trail guided players to their next destination on a mission. So this trail of glitter implies that the Fable reboot will appear at the showcase, right? Here, let me try and get a good screenshot for you. If somebody did this, there's obviously concern. There you go. There's obviously concern. Oh, it's just going to be a glittery controller. People in chat are saying also the music was undeniably Fable. Okay, so I would say it probably is time to show us Fable, but here's the thing. This is either exciting or it's going to run counter to what Phil Spencer has said. He has indicated that he's not really a fan of showing games unless they're close to coming out. So if they're going to show Fable, I don't know what that means for the release date window. Does that make sense? I really don't. I don't. Like, if you're gonna finally show it to us, are they gonna wait? Are they gonna make you? Are they gonna make you wait 2 years? Are they? That's the question I have. Is that if you're finally gonna come up for air and you're gonna talk about it, then you would hope that it would be right around the corner to a certain degree. When's Game Fest? Summer Game Fest kicks off on next week, June 8th. Eugene says they can't be that effing dumb. I refuse to accept it. I refuse to accept they're so stupid as to tease that game and not show it and just have a collection or some Yeah. Am I oversimplifying this? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Summer Game Fest is before the Xbox Showcase. So Summer Game Fest is like a week-long thing. It kicks off actually on the 7th with a PlayStation-sponsored event with Guerrilla Collective. I think they could get away with a fall 2024. Didn't we just see devs make dumb tweets before a showcase that caused confusion? We did. I think the difference is this is so put together. It's so obviously put together by the marketing team put it together with music, with glitter. It's from the official Xbox account. This isn't some like CM on the dev account of some developer that's like, oh yeah, we're really excited about the showcase. And everybody thinks, oh, that means you're going to be there. We have now 3,666 members. You're officially 374. No, I'm terrible at math. 334. Right? Yeah. You're 334 away from the beard shave. That's freaking crazy. Is that the closest we've been? I don't know. Oh, so now you're saying Xbox is professional. I need that trailer link. I mean, it's not a trailer link. Guerrilla Collective, will that be indie exclusive there or multiplats? It's really confusing because Guerrilla Collective has nothing to do with the Guerrilla developer, and everybody always gets confused. Yeah, I mean, this person right here, the sock account, says, you need to be more careful with what you tease. If you tease Fable and it doesn't show up, even if you show several amazing games, lots of people will downplay the showcase because Fable wasn't there. This would be terrible PR. Stop. This person simps for Xbox and is somewhat concerned about Fable. Playground Games is still hiring people for different positions on Fable. This is a very big project, much bigger than the complex and Forza Horizon titles, and Playground has a history of showing their games the same year that they launch. Yeah. Yeah. Does everyone have a membership right now? Pretty much. I mean, we'll be going to members. We'll be going to members shortly. So if you guys want to do one last push for Operation Green Name, I owe you a ton of members. We don't have a premiere today, so I'll do those momentarily, and it'll put us at a really. You know what? I should do mine now to give you guys an idea of where we are, because that's 300. So that's 20. I owe you 60 members right now. I owe you 20 for every 100. So let me do that now, and let's see where that puts us. Because 60 on top of where you guys are right now will put us at 3,720. You'll officially be within like 280 of the beard shave after I gift mine. Like, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. So let me do my I gotta do 320. So here comes the first one. And that's anybody who currently has a membership can upgrade to VIP. You can use the upgrade command. That's simple. Here comes my first 20. I'm gonna take over the chat for a little bit. You're gonna have to bear with me. You guys are gonna have to bludgeon each other for the VIP thing. I don't want to keep doing that because I know it sounds like I'm begging, but like it's not about the money. It's about playing Returnal with my producer. It truly isn't about the money. It isn't. I want to play that so badly. Why wouldn't you just do a 50 and a 10? Oh, I like doing the 20 bombs. I like doing 320 bombs. I think it looks better. I think it looks better. You know? All right, there's the first 20. Let me do another. Oh, I don't want to become a member. All right, here we go. Bam. 320 just looks nice. Lono can't do advanced math like that. No, 320 bombs just looks nice. It looks cooler. Look at the top of the chat when I'm done. You know, boom, boom, boom. Looks good. Yeah, Raptor, the open world Star Wars game could certainly poke its head out, right? It could certainly poke its head out. Because apparently it's closer to being ready than we originally thought. So, nothing is as shiny as a 50 bomb. You guys giving me all this grief. You guys giving me all this grief. I was tempted to do it. I was tempted just to drop a 50 just to tell everybody to be quiet. Just shut up about it. Just 20, 20, 50. Someone just give 60 members. Lono owes another 10. Do we see more Avatar? Yeah, I think Avatar will be there, right? I think Frontiers of Pandora will be there. Now the question is, do they save it for UB Forward, or do they do it with Summer Game Fest, right? If I conned you into dropping a 50 bomb, I would want Creature's job going forward. What about 610s? A 22-month resub from Craig, and he's a VIP. Checking in on my lunch break. Looks like it's been a crazy day. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll be doing a member stream after this. Yeah, you're not conning me into doing a 50. All right, here's my third 20. I'm just doing three 320 bombs. And after all these hit, I'll give you guys a total member count. He says, you wouldn't. You'd quit on day 3. Whatever. I am not that hard to work with. I really am not. All right, and there's my 3 YouTube receipts. There we go. Thank you guys so much for just another insanely stellar day. Listen, a lot of you guys that are getting gifted members in chat, you may be like, what in the world? I don't understand. I've never been here before. Listen, that's totally fine. Enjoy it. Come hang out with us in members. We are an incredibly generous and giving community. Every 25 members, I gift 5 back. And 19 months from Bowers, he's a VIP. We are at 3,726 members. You guys are officially 274 members away from the beard shave. Creature thinks that you'll never hit it. And on the VIP front, 200 281 VIPs. We need 300 in Creature and I Play Returnal together. Absolutely insane. Squiggle says, what up? What up? So any last minute predictions that we haven't talked about? What do you guys think is going to be at Summer Game Fest opening night live? The interesting thing about that Twitter account too, Zinthos, that you're highlighting there, I'm not going to say their name because it's a catfish account. It's a fake account, and they spread lies and attack people. But what I find interesting is they were promoting the idea that Hellblade's coming this year, which I find to be unsubstantiated. So that's interesting that they're suddenly like expressing concern about Fable. Does that make sense? Like all of a sudden, they're talking about Fable. It's like, oh, don't talk about Fable. Don't tease Fable. If Fable's not there, it's going to overshadow the event. I also like how they say people will downplay the showcase because Fable wasn't there. People won't downplay the showcase. They'll be rightfully irritated. They'll be like, you messed with us. You freaking messed with us. Come on. You intentionally invoked Fable, and then Fable wasn't there. Yo, a gifted member from DK Bager. He bumps the line to 305. Thank you so much, DK Bager. It goes to Squiggles. What's the fantasy announcement for you personally? I mean, for Creature, it's fantasy. For his fantasy would be SOCOM. My fantasy would be that the surprise game that's actually close to being ready is Ghost of Tsushima 2. I don't think that that's it, though. I don't think that that's it. Because when did it come out? Ghost, well, actually, it originally released in 2020. That's really fast, though, for it to be close to being ready. I could see them starting the marketing now and it coming next year. The surprise, like, first-party exclusive that people claim that they saw that's, like, ready to go, I truly don't know. Tsushima 2 would just be so thrilling that they kept it under wraps all this time, and then, you know, all of a sudden they're like, yep, it's ready to go. You know, it's coming back out. It's coming out in a couple of months or something. Yo, Droofus with the VIP. Thank you, Droofus. I don't know if those are upgrades or not. If they are, thank you so much for upgrading, Droofus, and anybody else that's upgrading to VIP. Hang on a minute. 282. 282. Video Games Chronicle is saying Spider-Man 2 release date and PS5 console officially announced. What? It goes to a 404. Oh, did they get tricked by that alt Twitter account and delete their article? There was a fake Insomniac account that was tricking everybody. I wonder if they wrote an article based on that and then they had to quickly delete it. I'm checking my feeds right now. I mean, 9 minutes ago, Insomniac says, curious how switching heroes works in Marvel Spider-Man 2. We have the answers. Check out Eurogame's latest interview with creative director Brian. Yeah. So they maximize the functions of the PS5 according to the interview. Yeah, I don't think that Eurogamer would be out here tweeting about that if they had a release date announced. That would be really stupid. I think that Video Games Chronicle got tricked and then they deleted their article. Yeah, I blocked that account too, Donnie. Good to see you. I blocked that as well. Final Fantasy 16 demo looks like it's just around the corner, showing up in stores. Diablo's teaser today was more Halsey. I mean, I love Halsey as much as the next person, but that's kind of weird that they got everybody excited about that. Halsey, what does that say? Halsey, BTS. Anthem World Premiere 6.5. Oh, so the day before the game comes out, they're going to reveal some Halsey anthem or something. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in my feed about Spider-Man 2 release date. I think Video Game Chronicle got tricked and then deleted the article, but it's like a ghost in the machine, so it still showed up in your feed. It's a true gameplay feature. We have content designed around Peter, we have content designed around Miles, and we have content where you can play either. You'll be able, in the open world, to freely switch between them with a simple button press, thanks to the power of the PS5. Being able to switch in the open world so quickly between two characters is really awesome. Just being able to pick and choose who I want to play as for a certain activity, it's been so awesome to have that feature. It's something we probably wouldn't have explored previously. It doesn't look any better. Imagine a glitter controller. I don't think it's going to be a glitter controller announcement. I think, listen, Fable will be there. Shout out to that PS3 water. Yeah, the water. Puddlegate. Puddlegate. Digital Foundry crapped on the water narrative. Yeah. That's why you should wait and listen to actual breakdowns from people who know what they're talking about instead of somebody who's like Johnny's cell phone who like captured it, you know, on his phone. What's the water looks bad. Okay. Hogwarts is doing another stream today. Tune in to get the Merlin's cloak. I wonder what they're going to talk about. Kind of weird. By the way, any of you that use Twitter, feel free to throw me a follow at Reforge Gaming on Twitter. I always tweet out what I'm doing. I tweet out thumbnails ahead of time so you know what I'm talking about each morning. I also try to tweet out videos and commentary. It's a great way to interact and keep things going. We're getting close to 3,000 followers on Twitter. That's actually pretty awesome. That was a secondary account that I started, so if you like to use that. I burst out my coffee when I saw the tweet from Digital Foundry. Listen, like, obviously we're winding down and getting ready to go to members. You should always be very skeptical of the people who quickly jump on a narrative. Watch how quiet they are when the truth comes out, right? Look at all the people jumping to a narrative with Ratchet and Clank coming to PC, okay? And then when the truth comes out and there's a breakdown and we get the actual facts, they'll all be quiet. They'll all be dead silent. They talk the most when we have no information because they can run with lies, false narratives, and misrepresentations. And then when the facts come out, they all go dead quiet. Now, the same thing happens on both sides. Because when people are trying to run with the narrative like, oh, Phil Spencer lied and they ripped games off a PlayStation, and when you actually looked at the facts of the interview, they didn't like that. Like, they didn't. I called a handful of them out. I was like, you're ripping Phil Spencer out of context. That's not what he said. Phil Spencer didn't lie, right? So, you know, both sides do it. Both sides are always quick to run with the narrative, and the minute the facts come out, the minute the truth comes out, all of a sudden, you know, it gets really quiet. Which game and PS5 console cover has new PlayStation Playmaker Rina Sawana singing with joy? What is this? 34 seconds ago. So she's opening. Well, oh, they sent her a PSVR 2. Okay, what is she a part of though? Hold the Girl, new album out now. All right. So PlayStation just tweeted this out. I wonder, what are they trying to promote? Horizon? Or are they just trying to promote New stuff? This is weird. I wonder if this is like just their marketing push right now to stay on top. Yeah, it looks like they might be doing stuff with Finn from Stranger Things, Finn Wolfhard, LeBron James, typical gamer, and then Rena. I don't know how to say her last name. Rena Sawayama. They put her in. Here, let me show you. They put her in a bunch of the artwork. Ghost of Tsushima, that looks kind of hot. Days Gone, and then Horizon. I just want to look at the Ghost of Tsushima one just for a second. Yeah, I'm really into this right here. Like, the next game, let us make our own characters, and Jin can be like an NPC, and really interesting that they would showcase these 3 games in particular too, right? They showcase these 3 games in particular. It's just interesting. Huh. I'm not saying there's anything here. I just find it interesting that they showcase Days Gone alongside of Tsushima and alongside of Horizon Forbidden West. And then they ship her this amazing... Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Send me one of those bad boys. They send her everything. PSVR 2, a pink PS, the pink PlayStation, and Horizon Forbidden West. So, I don't know. Interesting marketing choices from PlayStation. Showcasing games like Days Gone and Tsushima that are older games, It's interesting. Like, they took the time artistically to put her into their cover art. Probably the games she likes, the Craze Fire. Oh, no, I know, man. Imagine being at the level of, whether you're a celebrity or a musician or an influencer getting sent something like that. That's awesome. All right, let me set up the member stream. These morning talk shows usually go for about 2.5 hours or so, and this has been a great discussion. I've gifted all the members that I owe you. If you do 20 more, I'll owe you 5 more, but I've already gifted all the members that I owe you guys. I've gifted 60 members. We are at an insane, absolutely insane member count, and if you got a membership today, you can come with us for the debrief. We kind of go, out of view of the public. We're currently sitting at 3727 on the total member count, so that puts you within 273 members of the Beard Shave, and 282. You guys definitely got back to the 2,500. You definitely got back to the 2,500. I'm sorry, the 3,500, which means I got to do some kind of either a Just Dance stream or a Beat Saber stream. I'll let you guys vote on that, on which one you want, and I'm going to go Summer Game Fest predictions debrief. That's where we're going to go. This is something only available to members. We usually do this after an upload, typically. And this time, that's recap Lies of P. What's the one look like that you sent me today? I'm not seeing it. What's it named? Recap Ratchet. Oh, I don't think I saved it. Yeah, it's got Keighley on it. Yeah, I definitely didn't save this yet. Okay. I was looking for Keighley's face, and I was like, I'm not seeing it. Okay. There we go. Turn that on. Turn that on. You actually enjoy Beat Saber, so that seems like a silly thing to make you do. Sure. Yeah, no. Yeah. Don't let me have any fun. Don't let me have any fun, Zubair. No, that's fine. I totally see how it is. I see how it is. Let's celebrate big memberships, by making me have a bad time. I got a solid hour in Beat Saber last night. So much fun. I need to go to hard mode, though. I did not see Jeff's interview with Skill Up, no. I did not. Okay, customization, redirect. Man. Okay. Have a good member debrief and a great day. How did GNS not get a gifted member today? That's a crime. GNS, do you have gifteds turn on? You're here all of the time. That doesn't seem possible. We get to laugh at his white man moves. I've never ever tried to be like anything other than that. Celebrate with pain and misery? Yeah, I guess. Well, I hope I get an answer from Into the AM. Like, we literally promoted the shirt and the code, and the code's not working. He had to pretend he wasn't enjoying the Just Dance streams. It was hilarious. I'll be honest with you. The reason I don't like the Just Dance streams is I can't do it very well, and I think that that's only funny for a little bit. No, Summer Game Fest is a week away. That's why we did predictions today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do a very good job, and it's like, that's only funny for a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like, I have a really hard time following the motions. GNS says it's all good. Wish we could give subs to some specific people. I know. I may have just spent our $25 on the Linkin part and Rock's mix packs. Oh, I would 100% spend money on those music packs, Eugene, if I had time to play that game. I really, really liked it. I just don't have time to play. You know what I mean? That's why I'm trying to get, like, VIPs. I can play Returnal with Creature, or, like, get you guys to, you know, hit certain milestones, and I'll do, like, a Beat Saber stream. It's like, I like playing those games. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Mitch, what are you doing? Mitch says, let's get GNS in here at the buzzer. 325. Evenly rounds it out. Come on, GNS. I owe you guys 5 more. I got to jump on that one. So many gifted members in chat right now. I see names I recognize like D-Flow. Come on. Jonesy pushes us 1 over. Jonesy says, well, I want to keep the party going. If you guys want to keep hanging out with us, become a member. Become a VIP, right? 231. 5 more coming in from Chris. He's like, get this guy in here. Another one from DK Bager. He's like, get GNS a membership. Let's get this man involved. It's unacceptable that he doesn't have a badge. Absolutely unacceptable. I owe you guys 5 right now, so let me jump on this train with the rest of you. Because you guys hit 325. We're on our way to 350 already. Now, mine don't add to that total. That would be cheating, but here comes my 5. Here comes my 5. We got a little bit of time to kill. If you guys want to make a run, I'll chill with you for a little bit before we go to members. That's totally fine. We've got time. We're not up against the 3-hour wall like we are sometimes. There you go. Ooh, Porktoe and Boss Destruction. I know those names. Those are old names, man. Congrats on getting a membership. There you go. Still no GNS. Captain Toasty Bun says, come on. Let's call our shots. Let's call our shots. 333. GNS. Still nothing. He says, come on, it's okay. No, we call our shots here. Reforged Rocks, have fun with the D4 launch tonight. Hope you kill it. Oh, I won't be playing tonight. We'll be playing Diablo 4 tomorrow. We're playing tomorrow. I'll play tonight with my wife and gather as much info as I can for y'all. Make sure you have it turned on, otherwise you'll never get one. Baba Yaga's right. You might want to do this. Let me show you something that you can do, okay? You might want to toggle it off and back on again. Let me show you a little trick. Can I do it? Let me see if I can do it on my own channel. Learn more about memberships. No, see, that's the wrong. I might have to switch accounts. Let me switch accounts, and I should be able to walk you through the process. There's one from Rainbow, and it goes to Angelo Balboa. That is an amazing name. Oh, my gosh. I knew somebody named Angelo growing up, but Angelo Balboa? Jiminy Christmas. Let me watch. Yeah, VIP, Infinite's chanting. Let me see if I can toggle this. Yeah, gift settings. Okay. All right. Let me show you how to do this. Okay. Let me show you how to do this. All right. Here I am. Okay, that's the stream that you're watching right now. You click this $sign and you go to membership. And up here, there's 3 dots. Click those 3 dots and go into gift settings. Toggle it off, back all the way out. Okay, then go back in and toggle it back on. Okay, go through that process. Like you click on it, toggle it off, and then back all the way out, and then go all the way back in and toggle it on. 5 more from Kazumiku Dansu. I have no idea if I said that right or not. There goes 5 more. Lowe's, Kill Bill, The One, T.Y. Gripton Cooper, Dead Silence Ghost. I love the fact that we're still gifting members and I'm still recognizing the names. Like, we're this deep into the day. So that is 1 from Rainbow and 1 from Kazumi. I need to put over here. That takes us to 340. So we're now 10 away from another milestone of 350 where I would owe you more. 3761. You guys are close to hitting 3,800. You're close to hitting 3,800 members. Absolutely bonkers. Close enough. Yeah, close enough. I just paid for membership and then I got gifted. How does that work? That's weird, Jonesy. It'll probably stack an extra month for you. At least you tried to pronounce it. Kamuziku Dansu. Kozumiku Dansu. Kozumiku Dansu? Is that it? Solar Eagle. And 10 more from Mitch. You guys are not allowed to land the plane today. Nobody will let you. That's 251, 275. Another one from DK Bager. DK Bager says we're not allowed. We're not allowed to land on a number. 252. I'm sorry, 352 out of 375. It goes to Dirge. It goes to EXO, IDK, Knowledge Born, Zephany, David Kraft, Kyle, the Fox Blue, David, Danny Cross, Dragon Warrior, R Voids. Come on! Come on. Wait, did I just do the math wrong? Wait, where were we? Because I gifted 5 for the 325. I owe you 5 more again. We just hit 350. Hang on a minute. Oh, there goes 5 more. Maybe GNS will get this one. Maybe he'll get this one. You guys are going nuts. Trying to cheat us? No, I'm not. All right, Storm just did 1. That's 53. 353. There's my 5. And GNS is not in the mix. GNS, Immortal Turtle with the VIP, and it's 17 months. Killer Frequency is now available on Steam. It was on my wish list. Oh, it's on sale. Immortal Turtle says, all members, let's get Creature playing Returnal. Yeah, all you got to do is upgrade to VIP. I just need 18 of you to do it at this point. Maybe your app's not updated. Maybe you're looking in the wrong place. The YouTube gods have frowned on you. You guys are at 3,780. You're 20 members away from 3,800 members. Creature's like, the beard is safe. I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, brother. I need to see GNS and Creature in the same room at the same time. You think Hellblade 2 will be out by December? I certainly hope not. According to the Ninja Theory CEO, Hellblade 2 was not in full production in the middle of 2021. They were doing mocap like 3 months ago. I just don't think that's enough time. They're not a huge developer. Developing Hellblade 2 and Unreal 5 in like less than 2 years? I just don't buy that. I really don't. I don't think so. I bet you look 17 without a beard. Well, you guys need about 220 members to find out. 220 more. Is Hellblade 2 next gen only? I believe so. Storm, my man, gifts 5. Still trying to get this man GNS in the member pool. It goes to Michael. It goes to Slick. Fifth Canvas. Pratik. Emma 10th. Come on. What you're saying is Immortal Turtle once returnal. Immortal Turtle once returnal. That's right. That's right. I keep checking my email to see if I'll get a response from my Into the AM contact to be like, hey, my code's not working. If he shaves and gets contacts, I would hurt myself in my confusion. Oh, man. Gone forever the days of E3. Say it ain't so. Listen, E3 is dead. Long live Geoff Keighley. That's it. You should have a mustache. 3784. 16 members from 3,800. Yo, my man Raging Snake upgrades to VIP. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. If you guys can get it to like the final 10, I bet you we can push it over. I bet you people would push it over. We're in that weird status where we're not quite close enough. 283. We need 17 more folks to upgrade to VIP. Eternal's amazing. PC gamers dropped the ball on that one. They didn't market it very well. They didn't let everybody know it was going to use Epic Online Services for co-op. Everybody freaked out and thought it ghost installed Epic Game Store. Like, you know. And we just hit 500 likes. What a stellar day. Thank you. Typo of the year. Yeah, Creature. I saw that. Disc is overrated, at least for me. I'm all digital. Yeah. This man says, "This is overrated." That's overrated. He does have a mustache. I think he means just a mustache. I must ask you a question. Man. If you guys have not seen, I follow them on the Tickety Talk. I don't know if they have content elsewhere. I don't know. Let me see if they have content elsewhere, because I don't really do anything over on the Tickety Talk anymore. I don't. It just seems like such a waste of time. Like, we have an account over there just in case we need it. Yeah, Mad TV. They do have a YouTube channel. They do. Yeah, Mad is the name of the YouTube channel. Okay, and they do this funny dad joke challenge, where they have a ton of subscribers as well, where you have to take a drink if you laugh. It's just good. It's just good content. It's so fun. It's just fun. It's harmless. They all seem like such fun people. It's really great. I love the black Spider-Man costume from before the Venom days. Venom ruined the suit. Fight me. That's a great channel. Yeah, they pop up on my Tickety Talk feed, and I love it. I love the big guy that he can't get through his own jokes. He can't get through his own jokes. He like laughs before he even gets the joke out. He's my favorite. I have an idea similar for that for you and Madam, but you know, I've continued to think that we could do really fun Madam streams with board games, like put the table here, the table I use for the Lego streams. We have 2 cameras. I think we could do fun stuff, because like when we play board games, man, we talk a lot of trash. We have some really cool 2-player board games that we play. Just got here, y'all went crazy. Yeah. We were trying to get GNS a membership. I have a question. Why don't I have a membership icon? You're not a member. If you hit the join button and you pay $5, you can become a member. We're getting ready to go to a members only stream where we debrief on the day. It's something that you can't see if you're in view of the public. And I'm going to continue to say, if you see my content out there with a green light back there or a red light back there, that's not fair use. You can't do that. Like, people are getting memberships and they're hate watching and clipping. Please don't do that. I fully support fair use, but please do not distribute members only content like that. That is a breach of TOS. I'll go to VIP when I get on my PC because it doesn't show up on phone. Okay. You don't have the join button, man? Is the $sign at the bottom of the chat? You can click on the $sign. Yeah, it's not a subscriber icon. Yeah, it's a paying member icon. That's right. You have a Lego stream? We have a Lego channel that kind of stalled out on us, so I just didn't give it a lot of priority. It's called The Brick Abbey. we didn't want to do too much cross-pollination because we were worried if we did too much cross-pollination, you guys would go over, watch the content, get excited, and then stop watching the content, and then that hurts the channel. It seems like maybe that happened. The first couple series that we did over there did really, really well, and then all of a sudden the channel just really, really suffered. So we'll get back to it one day. I think we've got a great brand. I think we have a great, point of view and a way of doing it. But we're just too busy with gaming content, and we're about to enter, the Christmas time of game announcements. So if you want to support the LEGO channel, you can, if you want to support it. I don't have the dollar bill button, only the emo button. Yeah, you might have to try to go to a browser. If you're trying to become a paying member, you might not be able to do it. So yeah, we launched a LEGO channel, The Brick Abbey. If you want to support that channel, it's there. Go subscribe. You can watch all the series. It's very chill content. Thank you, Lazy Nerd, for renewing your membership. He says, woohoo. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you like Legos and you're going to support the channel, thank you. If you're like, I just like supporting Lono, please don't go subscribe to the channel. You won't be helping that channel by subscribing and not watching. Dan with 22 months says, killer day. Let's get some VIPs. I'm telling you, you guys got to use that upgrade command. You're really going to have to browbeat people to upgrade. You're going to have to just browbeat them. We're sitting at 3784 on total member count, and the VIPs are sitting at 283. We're 17 away. Your Coke analogy kind of went viral. Seemed like it helped you. The Coke analogy was really great at seeing the people who don't have the intellectual depth of a child and people that understand analogies. It was a really good, separating the goats from the sheep moment. It was excellent. I've never seen more people admit how dumb they are in all of my life. Like, just in large numbers. Hey, I'm here to admit I'm dumb. Just line them up. They just didn't get the analogy at all. It was such an easy to understand analogy. Do you need something, Mama? No, I'm fine. I'm just chilling. I don't need slapped. I'm being good. Would you throw some Gundams on the LEGO channel? I mean, I have such a backlog of Lego sets. There's no real reason to send any more Legos or to push. I literally have a pile of boxes in the corner, a backlog, and love that people send. We have more than enough to support that channel. We just need to get to a good rhythm with gaming so that I can make space to, once a week slam out a video or two for that channel, Why are you talking about cars? Favorite response to a car analogy? Yeah, the Coke analogy was just a really great way for people to wear a sign that says, I'm too stupid to understand what you're talking about. First time I heard of the Coke analogy, I must have missed the stream. All I was trying to do was establish that Sony wasn't desperate and crying. They were protecting their revenue streams. Very basic. That's a very basic thing in the business world. Fiduciary duty requires you to protect your margins, and Sony's attempt to stop the Activision Blizzard deal and to protect their revenue streams with Call of Duty, I likened it to McDonald's has a contract and a ton of revenue that comes in. 5% of their annual revenue estimated comes in from Coca-Cola. And I said if Burger King suddenly tried to buy Coca-Cola, that would be a threat to a very, very endemic revenue stream to McDonald's business. Annually, McDonald's makes tons of money on Coca-Cola, and the margins on Coca-Cola are insane, right? They have their own proprietary recipe, and they make really good money. And so I said, if your competitor that's behind you, right? Burger King's not nearly as big as McDonald's, right? Xbox is not nearly as big as PlayStation. If the competitor behind you tries to buy property that is part of your endemic annual revenue, you have a right to protect that. And people were like, but burgers aren't video games, and McDonald's would be fine because they sell more burgers than Coke. Okay. All right. Like, the most pedestrian, the most basic, the easiest to understand analogy in the history of analogies. And people just didn't get it. They just didn't understand. A business has a right to protect its revenue streams. They're supposed to. It's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. It was so low level. It was so first grade, and people didn't get it. And they were like roasting me up on Twitter, and they were reacting to it, you know. Like I said, a bunch of people lined up to say I'm too stupid for this. I'm not tall enough to ride this ride. I don't know. I don't understand what you're saying. So I'm going to rage at you. All right. That and my coverage of Activision Blizzard got me labeled as a pony, because if you disagree with somebody's take on a giant consolidative effort of a company trying to buy a bunch of property, if you don't agree with it, it makes you a Sony pony, because, you know, these people bleed green, and they don't think about economic impact. They don't think about, you know, the history of consolidation. Just the other night, I was on my cell phone with 5G coverage, and the speeds were terrible. I was struggling to watch a YouTube video, and I was like, here we sit. I had this trouble 10 years ago. I had 5G, 7 or 8 years ago. You know, cell phone industry is completely stagnated because they let them all consolidate up, and there's no competition. And internet service providers have stagnated because they let them consolidate up, and people don't think. They just, oh, you don't agree with it because you're a pony. And it's like, oh yeah, you're okay, you nailed me, right? Jet with an $11 super chat tip. Remember the leaker that said Diablo and Starfield were in rough shape? Sounds like he was just saying stuff now. No, that's not true. Because I love that because Diablo is getting good reviews, that doesn't mean that it wasn't in rough shape, okay? First and foremost, he was right about Redfall. Secondly, he was right about the fact that Bethesda wanted to launch Starfield in the fall instead of June. So he nailed both of those. Just because Diablo is releasing to good reviews doesn't mean that it wasn't in bad shape. You understand that those two things are not mutually contradictory, right? Back in December of just last year, we had inside information. We had 15 former and current Blizzard employees saying that Diablo might not make their launch date, that they were crunching, that they were losing staff members. So, no, the leaker wasn't proven wrong. If anything, his batting average has been quite incredible. It's as if he had good information. Redfall was a disaster, and Starfield is landing in the fall. Like, I don't understand why people think that because Diablo 4 is getting good reviews that he's been proven wrong. Also, keep in mind, we have other inside information about Diablo 4 that its ongoing support will struggle because people are leaving the company and already handing in their notice and not planning on staying. So there were people at the company leaking and saying Diablo 4 will get to market and it'll be fine. But after that, we don't know what's going to be going on. I don't even know if I'm going to be at the company. So start the clock. I mean, I don't know about Diablo 4's ongoing support and their ongoing player base numbers. I really, really don't. Diablo's a banger. Leaker was wrong. It's amazing that you just restate and reassert something that's just been dismantled logically. What a dizzying display of intellect. I'm glad we can go to members and leave you behind, as well as your $5 dumb tip from earlier. Jericho, let me do you a favor. Go tip somebody else inane nonsense. Yins can't stay. All right, let me give you guys a link. We're getting out of here. We're blowing this popsicle stand. Time to leave. Clip that. Clip that. Okay. My link to member. There it is. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. That's right. All right, we're going to members. The link's in chat. You can also ride the redirect. If you're not a member, you can become a member for $5. And let me hit the go live button over here. Thanks so much for being a member. If this stream was suddenly in your feed, if you got a ping and you're like, why did I get a ping for this? You may have been gifted a membership. We had a massive day, almost 375 members. We're very close to hitting 4,000 members. We're like 220 something members away. That will require a beard shave for me. My producer thinks that you guys can't do that. We are also 17 members away from having 300 VIPs. So consider going to the member page or the perks page, upgrade to VIP. It's $5 to upgrade. If we can hit 300 members that are at VIP before Friday afternoon, Creature and I will have to play Returnal together. That's an unfiltered stream just for VIP members on Friday afternoon. So consider upgrading before that. Thank you so much for everybody who's been involved. I'm going to end the previous stream and bring everybody over from our stream about my Summer Game Fest predictions. It was a really enjoyable stream. We walked through all the possible things that will show up on